What's up, guys? It's Cooper Webb, and you're listening to the MotoXpod.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Aaron Plessinger, and you guys are listening to the MotoXpod.
Save me from myself. My arms and legs are bound, like an aging corpse from another world. I'll scream the truth 6 feet underground. Feel alive inside yourself. Watch your enemies dispel. If I could find a way to avoid this fate, it'll be
Welcome back to the MotoXpod presented by Yamaha Motor USA and Race Tech. This is episode 366. Pretty cool, diverse guest lineup tonight, making his MotoXpod debut. Two-time Supercross champion, one-time Pro Motocross champion, soon-to-be Hall of Famer Chad Reed's going to join us tonight, as well as VP of Global Partnerships for Feld Entertainment, Dave Muye's going to jump on to discuss the new partnership, the renewed and new partnership with Monster Energy, now title sponsor of the entire Super Motocross series. That's going to be a pretty interesting little conversation, I think. And then Aaron Hill, he started Motodemption. They are an organization that helps physically disabled riders get back on the bike, like Matt Byton recently. So Aaron's going to jump on, tell us his story, tell us a little bit about Motodemption. I'm really excited about all these stories tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. As I said, MotoXpod presented by Yamaha Motor USA and Race Tech. So Ironman coming up this weekend. It's back to racing, professional motocross. Before we get into all this stuff, let's introduce who's in studio. As always, Scott Thompson. What's up, dude?
Not much, man. Got to play some golf today. We're here doing shows. Been a good day off.
That's why you were late.
No, it was the nap after golf. That's why.
Oh, wow. Wow, man. Well, we saved the day.
Pretty sure we started at 6:30 like always, so I don't know what you mean by being late.
Start. You know, you got to be at work at a certain time, man. 6 p.m.
All my duties were fulfilled. 8 pizzas still. Was plenty of time.
True that. Also in studio, Chase Moore. What's up, Chase?
What's going on, man? Good to be back.
TJ abandoned us. Went back to
at least I'm here.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, TJ, his job is always more important than this show.
He did
You know
ride
what?
with
I
us.
can't make fun of him because his son Jonathan apparently said, "I'm a butthole," and I forget what terminology.
Well, we knew that, but what was the
used
context
for you.
on this?
I can't. Yeah, it was funny, but I can't remember what he said either.
He's like, "You're right, Dad. Jamie's a butthole." We didn't say butthole. And Scotty it wasn't soft, but it was something.
No, hold on. I'll text TJ.
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, maybe he'll text. But anyway, so I can't be mean to TJ because Doc and Jonathan, they get hurt. Their feelings get hurt. So
What do you mean? Doc's mean, dude. Doc don't care.
yeah, but, well, you're not in our group text where I constantly make fun of TJ for his bad grammar and misspelling, and Doc finally just like lost it one day.
Yeah, he did. He did get mad that day.
So
You got him fired up. Huh?
yeah, he got mad that I was making fun of his dad. That's fair. I mean, I don't think I'm really a butthole. I just make fun of my friends.
I don't know. You like to pick fights.
No, I like to pick fun, and you turned it into because you get hurt.
today. Like the text message on the way over here today
Which
was
one?
like TJ sent a video. I commented on it, and then
Okay.
you like were being a dick because you didn't watch the whole video.
No.
And then like y'all started
You
to like
said-
bicker over that. Chase thought y'all were getting divorced.
Man, all right, we're gonna skip. We're gonna skip the the Yamaha Motor USA opening chat for a second. Well, actually, this will be part of the Yamaha Motor USA chat. Hey, Yamaha Motor USA, we don't just build motorcycles; we engineer legends. From championship podiums to off-road trails, the YZ platform has defined dirt bike excellence for generations. Whether it's the raw two-stroke power of the YZ250, the precision of the YZ250F, or the dominance and then way too much horsepower for me, YZ450F. Every YZ is built for riders who push harder, ride faster, and demand the best. Unleash victory, ride Yamaha. YamahaMotorsports.com. So you responded to that with something that said poor Todd, and I didn't know who Todd was.
It was the guy that he was.
That's
one of
all
the
I
guys in the
said was
video.
who's Todd. I said who's Todd, and then TJ's like, yeah, point proven. I was like, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was
wasn't
with
picking
TJ
a
on
fight.
that one.
I was not picking a fight. I literally didn't know what he was talking about.
He did send like a 2-minute video. I didn't watch the whole
Yeah,
thing
I don't
either.
hardly ever watch TJ's videos because he sends these videos that he thinks are funny. I watch 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm not laughing, dude. I'm moving on. I'm sorry. I have other things to do.
Yeah, the important life of Dark Side.
So yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
We're starting off arguing already, which some people
fun.
don't like. I got an email that said about the TBolt USA top 5. All you guys do is argue through this whole thing.
Yeah,
I'm
it's fun, man.
That's what I think is funny about it.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, I mean, if we were just kind of like,
We were just like,
if we're just getting along, like
sunshines and holding hands,
Yeah.
like it'd be boring.
kind of pointless, right?
Kumbaya.
Anyway, so a couple things to talk about before we get Chad Reed on. Styles Robertson, we just saw the PR today, MotoXpod.com. It's posted. Styles Robertson has decided to call it quits, retire. Wrist just is not getting better. I mean, I just did an interview with him not that long ago, checking in, and he thought he was going to be coming back. And unfortunately, yeah, just another one of those careers that didn't work out, man. It's a shame because I really like that kid, and he had some flashes.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because he kind of went the privateer route at first and got some help with Husky for a little bit and then ended up at Triumph, and just never got better.
No, it's a real disappointment. I like Styles a lot. So, Scotty, anything on Styles?
It's just another testament to how it just doesn't always work out.
Yeah,
and this sport is tough, and it sucks that not everybody turns into a champion, but that's what makes it so special when they do. It's just tough to see.
It's a very, very small percentage, right, of riders that actually make it, no matter how successful they were in amateurs and, what their potential is. It just, like you said, it doesn't always work out. Also, PR, I don't even know if it was official PR. I didn't see an official one, but AP put out a video today. He's out for the rest of outdoors.
Yeah.
The health thing's just not, he hasn't figured it out yet. He kind of said in the video, like, hey, I know all the experts out there, the keyboard guys are going to tell me like my diet's wrong or whatever. He said, trust me, I'm eating enough.
Yeah.
He's just trying to figure it out. So, but it's a bummer to not have AP there. Obviously a fan favorite.
He's having such a good outdoors. It was a good year in total.
Yeah. Was it like I didn't watch the video. Was it like kind of like Epstein-Barr type situation?
He said it's not negative for Epstein-Barr.
That's weird.
But it could be a type situation.
Yeah. There's several several conditions that are similar to Epstein.
So yeah, it's a big bummer. But on a positive note, Monster Energy, Yamaha Star Racing's Pierce Brown and Daxton Bennett both back this weekend at Ironman. Don't know what to expect out of those guys. Pierce, I'd like to see something, man. I know he's just coming back to racing, but I've been saying all year, like, Pierce is one I was waiting on this season. Be nice if he could go out there, maybe if he doesn't stay up front for long, but still get a good start and run top 3 or 4 for a few laps. It'd be kind of cool.
At least show something.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
But then Daxton, I think, where's he going? Triumph? No.
I don't think so.
Where's he going? I just saw it, and I don't remember now. But, yeah, Daxton won't be back at Star, but I'll try to, I'll double check.
It's a tough injury for Pierce to come back to, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
I agree. But those are a couple of little news things that hit today. All right, back at Ironman, what do you guys expect after 3 weeks off, 2 weekends, 3 full weeks? Like, who steps up? This is kind of we do this all the time, but I'll give you mine just real quick. So I think I'm going to go Levi Kitchen goes 1-2.
Okay.
He comes out swinging. He's ready. Maybe wins a moto, but I'm going to go, I'll go 1-2. That's what I'm going to go with him. Hayden is like 45 points up, so I don't think he's going to chance throw this thing away. Like, if he gets a start, maybe he does go 1-1, right? But if he doesn't get the best start, he's going to be fine hanging in 3rd, 4th, probably. So for me, Levi Kitchen goes 1-2. Marchbanks also, I think, is going to lead some laps. Maybe get a moto win. See, I'm going way out on a limb.
I just with Marchbanks, his whole season has been charging from the back. So
I know,
to say that he's just going to lead some laps, like if he leads laps, he wins the race. Is what I think.
Yeah,
it'll be later in the moto.
Husky, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I think. As far as my guys go, I think that one person that this race is very important for is Forkner. He finally got some momentum going his way in those last couple of rounds before the break.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important for him to continue that top 5 train that he kind of started to get on and starting to see some positive race results. I think I want to see a lot out of Forkner coming back from the break. He had time to take that momentum into his training. I'm very interested to see what he's able to do.
What would you consider I want to see a lot out of
just continue top 5.
Okay.
Because that's where what did he finish? Watch you go in 5th, I think.
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me.
I'm pretty sure it was 5th overall, but yeah. just continue that. Like
Yep,
a podium would be awesome.
He
but
needs to do that for sure.
At least he needs to be finishing like 6th, 7th. Like if he needs to keep that momentum going.
Okay, Chase.
I think both guys that were kind of on a roll coming into the break are going to continue it. Sexton and Shimoda. I think they both continue to do what they've been doing. I know Shimoda's super motivated because he wants to at least push it to the last round. And Sexton, I mean, he's got to be after the year he's kind of had, and then going into the break with a really good result at Washougal. I think he's going to keep rolling.
Chase?
Yeah.
So in my 450, what to expect, I have him, finishing strong, and Eli going like 3-3 this weekend. But I could see Chase winning. Well, I don't want to give my FXR picks for Ironman away, but I can see Chase winning the overall this weekend.
So how much do you think Washougal was just the conditions were right? It's not Jet's best track. Chase is really good there. Like, how much of that do you really think was that? Like, do you think that?
Like, you want a percentage? Or
well, I don't know. I just a topic.
I definitely think it had an effect, yes. I think, but that also, that's Chase is getting more and more confident as he's coming back from that injury, or not the injury, but whatever the health issue was he had. And I think he wants to finish strong. He wants to be ready for MXDN. He's going to a new team.
Yeah.
So, I think he can come out and actually get at least a moto win, maybe an overall, and finish these last 3 strong. Like, I get Jets up 61. Yeah, just something like that.
Yes, he's way up there.
Yeah. So,
but it may have been conditions based, like on the results end, but confidence is confidence.
Yeah,
he's going to carry it, and he's always been good at Ironman.
Yeah, it's true.
Like him and like that race a few years ago, I think it was 22 with Tomac and Sexton
for the championship.
Yeah, that was one of the better races we've seen in years. So.
It was one of the closest he got to Jet in the undefeated season too. Was Ironman, so that's a good point.
So I'm excited. I'm glad we're going back to Pro MX, Pro Motocross Championship. I'm really excited. It feels like it's been a month, which I guess it's been close. It's been literally 3 full weeks.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so it's Loretta's is cool. I didn't get to watch a lot of it because of the new job, and I didn't really go back and watch a whole lot of it. So speaking of that, we're going to have Hudson Short on later for the ETS Turd's Take, just to give us a recap of his week at Loretta's, along with all the other guests. But I'm glad we're getting back to it.
I watched a good chunk of it, but most of it was just me listening to the announcing too. I didn't watch as much as I have in previous years.
Okay, a couple other things real quick. MotoXpod.com. We've been telling you guys about our website. There's a lot of good stories up there. We're putting stuff up as often as we can, so check that out. You don't forget there's a contact link there. If you can, when you type your message, add your return email address, because that contact form on MotoXpod.com is not necessarily giving me the return email. So if I want to respond, I can't always do that. We're going to get that fixed where there's like a spot for that. But just throw it in there so we can respond. Like and subscribe to the MotoXpod YouTube channel. And if you have a track, facility, riding spot in your area that you'd like to highlight, click that Hidden Gems tab on MotoXpod.com, and we'll turn that into a little feature. I just put one up the other day. We've got a couple more to do. So, good stuff. Also, we may have some new advertisers coming on board in the coming weeks that I'm really excited about. So things are going pretty well for the show, I think. What do you guys think? Have you guys been getting any feedback?
Oh, yeah. Tons of it.
Is that sarcasm?
No.
Okay.
It sounded like sarcasm.
Sounded like a little bit of sarcasm to me. We'll get back to that, but I think we have a first guest of the night on. So he's going to be brought to you tonight by Yamaha Motor USA. And he may be, if you don't know who he is, he may be the winningest rider in Yamaha's history. Huh?
Nothing.
But Yamaha Motor USA tonight brings us the 2-time Supercross champ, 1-time Pro Motocross champ, and future Hall of Famer, Chad Reed. What's up, Chad?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
We are doing great, man. Doing great. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to get to you from tonight, and I would assume most of the time you do these podcasts is talking about your career and your results and all that stuff. So we're going to try to do something a little different tonight.
All
right. So let's start with the Hall of Fame nomination. I mean, that is awesome, dude. I mean, that's got to be something that when you were a kid, you maybe never thought would happen, or maybe you dreamed about it, but it's got to be one of the coolest things that's going to happen in your lifetime.
I would say that as a child, it never crossed my mind, and I didn't even know what the Hall of Fame was. So I think that what's such a big honor for me personally is that the Hall of Fame is not something that you go and chase. It's something that's earned over let's call it a lifetime of racing, and I just think that, since I was 3.5 years old, this is what I've been doing, and I chased a lot of ghosts in my life, and here we are.
Yeah.
So I feel really honored. Last year I got into the Australian Motorsport Hall of Fame, which is really cool because it's, recognizing all of motorsport, but for sure, the AMA and recognized by them is something really cool. And the people and the competitors and friends and, everything that's kind of been inducted prior to me is cool to be amongst that group.
Absolutely. It's a legendary career, obviously. Another thing I want to jump to, I just brought you in by Yamaha, and when we visited at the Camp Blue Crew at Club MX, you had just gotten there that day, I think, and they talked about you being back with Yamaha, and you're a brand ambassador. You came back into the family. So yeah, just talk about that relationship a little bit, and the kids being on Yamahas and what that means to you and what you've done for Yamaha over the lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because you bring it up, and I just cleared out a storage unit and kind of brought it back, and it's crazy just the memories that you can have in boxes on boxes, if I'm honest. But yeah, just so many different things, like from growing up in Australia, the number one team was a Yamaha team down there, and I got to race for that team in 2000, and then left Australia in 2001, came to America in 2002, and from 2002 all the way through 2008, and then I had a little bit of a spell, and then I was back in 16 and 17. So yeah, I spent just those kind of, what do you call them, prime pioneer, like kind of just fun early memories of racing. I'm really thankful that I got to live, they always talk about Yamaha as a family. I think that it definitely has a different vibe, and many different moving parts of Yamaha these days compared to almost 25 years ago.
Yeah.
But still the same vibe and the same mindset is still instilled into the company. And that's always been a really exciting, thing to be a part of. And so to have my kids, riding Yamahas is always nice. And me personally, I think the bikes have, evolved a lot over the last 10 years. And, I think that they're the best in class. That's really how we ended up here, if I'm completely honest, is that we rode them all. Tate going to the big bike, mini bikes and 125s, you kind of have a small selection of bikes. But when you go into the 4-stroke range, there's, it kind of opens up the pool of everything. And I let him ride them all, and he, authentically chose a Yamaha to dad's appeal. And so not only did he get to ride him, then I obviously got to be a part of the brand again and be a brand ambassador. And so it's been a really fun experience.
Do you know when we talked that weekend at Club, you weren't exactly sure maybe what events you're going to be doing, but do you kind of know what your role is going to be over the next 12 months or so? You going to be doing events with like RV and Bradshaw, or do you know yet?
I don't know. Like my role isn't really that official, I don't think yet. I think that I think they've been really respectful and and they're honoring myself as a dad and taking my kids on the road, both RV's starting to get a little more busy now that his kids are racing. But for the most part, RV and Bradshaw obviously are brand ambassadors, but they, they're a little more ready, available, not chasing dirt bikes around the country. So I think that Yamaha's been really, kind to allow me to do my thing, and kind of we do more the ambassadorship from afar. Like we're boots on the ground. We're living breathing moto. With our YouTube on 22 TV and things like that. And so anyway, to answer your question, no, I don't have any specific events. I got to go and do Loretta Lynn's last week. which was really cool. I got to, meet a lot of, it's funny, like you meet a lot of the P-Dub kids, and they all look at me like I'm cool, but the dads are the ones geeking out and wanting photos with me. So it's always how quick times change, right?
we're getting old, Chad.
It's real. And like when kids start calling me the YouTuber and then wanting to get autographs off my kids, that hits home hard.
Yeah, I bet. That's funny, but yeah, I feel that though. I get it. Yeah. What you got, Scotty?
Yeah, Chad. So kind of on that with, the fact that you've been around the sport for so long and you're kind of getting back into it with, with your kids riding and this ambassadorship, and now you've had the experience of a Hall of Fame experience. Is it kind of interesting to like see it through those lenses, like watching your kid come up and these younger kids going to Loretta's and all that, like the ability of hindsight to kind of see maybe some of the mistakes that you were making when you were a kid, like kind of unfold in front of you, and just seeing it through a new, more experienced lens?
Yeah, it's not always, sometimes you'd think it would be a cool experience. Reliving it is very cool. Like I've loved every part of that. The hardest thing for me is like, I genuinely enjoy contributing and giving back. And that realization that you can't help everybody is a real bummer sometimes, because you can see so many things that a lot of people are doing wrong, and they don't know it. And it's not that they're trying to do it, and it's not that they're, it's just more the time and, 39 years, actually, almost 40 years around it, just gives you a different perspective of some of the good and the bad, and what's important and what's not. And sometimes where they put their attention when you probably should just give it little attention in areas that they give a large amount to. And, but then that's part of the experience, like I didn't just get here, and I didn't get to just get born with that skill set. Like I went through a lifetime of learning it and understanding and making those mistakes. And in my opinion, that's life, that's a life well lived,
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Chase?
So being over at Club now, how much do you feel that would have helped you, like coming up when you were younger racing, having something like that? Or do you feel like, because I know you were kind of by yourself, you had your guys that, you practice with and everything, but you kind of seem
training with Jason Thomas.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of seem to be kind of more of a by yourself, but I don't know. It seems like everybody these days is going to training facilities and riding with 8 or 10 guys.
Yeah. It's hard to, that's a hard one for me to really answer, because I think that there's a time and a place to be around people, and I think there's a time and a place to be alone. I'm not the biggest advocate one way or the other. My career was different. Times have changed. Do I think the times changed that what we did wouldn't work today? I don't believe that to be true. So we'll see, like I think it's a moving target. My kids, for where they're at in their careers and their, learning the sport and whatever, I think that we are in the best location and place and facility in the country. But when they evolve and when the time comes that they're pro racers, we'll see what is needed at that time. I think that right now it ticks all our boxes, and I don't know that we could leave at this point anyway, because my kids absolutely love it. We're in Florida right now, packing up our Florida place to sell it, and they're just unbelievably bored and can't wait to get back to their buddies. And, and again, it's not just on track. It's, I never understood the name club, but it genuinely feels like summer camp for the most part. You're just at this, place with a bunch of really, honestly, nice people, good group of guys, really good kids. And they all get on really well for the most part, and they're just busy, like I feel like they're getting to live the life that I got to live in the 90s, where I think that it's difficult to live that lifestyle, simplicity, in the world that we live in today.
For sure. The weekend of Camp Blue Crew, was that the first time that you guys had been there?
So I had been there, like we had spent, 4 years in the Charlotte area, from end of 2018. And I think we left in like 22-ish or whatever it was. And so I was riding with the JGR team, and unfortunately it was about an hour 50 drive. So it wasn't something that we did regularly. It seemed like it more times than not happened when we had weather. We would go down to club and ride.
Right.
So I had been down there, a few times and whatever, but like I don't believe that I had been there since about 19.
Oh wow.
So in the 6-ish years that I hadn't been there, I was really quite, impressed and amazed at, the facility and how far it had come, and just all the things that evolved over the time, the housing, the new gym getting built. And so, yeah, Brandon's been working his butt off for sure.
Yeah, I did an interview with Daniel Blair 4 weeks ago, kind of talking about what they see the future of it being. And he's almost like, hey, I don't want this to be a training facility. He kind of wants to be almost like a university for motocross, or, he doesn't know exactly what he wanted to name it, but he's like, it's not just a training facility. It's so much more. And it really is. The place is impressive. And you talked about the kids, Kaya and Tate and Pace. Kaya and Tate have gotten pretty serious with their racing, but both had some pretty serious injuries this year. As a parent, you and Ellie, how was that? Because you know what the sport brings, but then it's your babies.
Yeah, I hate to exclude Tate, but I mean, Kaya's injury really is the one that hit home the most with Ellie and I. I think that, a broken scapula and ribs is one thing. Mm-hmm. And again, I knock on wood, but it's like I hadn't dealt with anything like that, like a couple of bones here and there, or dislocated shoulders, or, a knee injury in 12. Like those kinds of things just seemed, like things that you could wrap your head around. When it came to the back issue and your 12-year-old baby girl, having to have spine surgery, definitely, I would say, rocked our family a little bit. Just the realness of, it doesn't matter how good you are, or sometimes things happen and it's out of your control. I mean, both Ellie and I did not see the crash. So like in a lot of cases, I always felt like I didn't know what to feel about it, to be honest, because like when you see something, it's kind of like you take that information on and you can digest it. Kind of understanding that where's Kaya at, she didn't come around, and then, trying to get to her as quick as you possibly could, and then seeing her on the ground and, kind of going through that experience. There's so much of the puzzle missing. And so for me, I'm always that kind of analytic guy that likes to look at it from a 30,000 foot, up, and understand what happened and where it happened, and just try to, okay, that's it. We're going to work on it. We're not going to make it, not going to do that again.
Yeah.
And this is just a really tough one, and I think the severity of the injury, but honestly, she's the one that got us through it. I mean, she just was an absolute beast from the beginning. Like I think we picked her up and got her out of hospital on a Tuesday, and the Thursday we decided, we kind of talked with her, and we weren't really sure. It was the week before Chilitown regional, I think. Actually, I think it was an area qualifier. I don't recall if it was an area or it was a regional. I've been to both at Chilitown.
Yeah.
So actually, I believe it was an area qualifier. It was the Northeast or Mideast or something like that. But anyway, long story short is we were trying to figure out like if that made sense. Like, like here we are at the end of the day, Loretta's is not the priority, and dirt bikes at that point take a back seat to your kids' livelihood and trying to get them back to being fully okay and fit and healthy, just normal humans, not even dirt bikes.
Yeah, for sure.
So we were concerned about that, and then she was honestly like kind of like 1 day, 2 days, and she's like, yeah, let's go to the race. Like she kind of gave the blessing and said that we should go, and off we went. And she was, and like Tuesday we picked her up. By Friday she was off all drugs, no painkillers, and just week after week she just kept getting better, to the point where I felt like I was holding her back. I'm like, no, don't ride your Sur-Ron, don't ride your bicycle, like you got to walk, you got to wear this brace, like all the things. And she just was like, that was it. She just started working hard and kind of set her mind on getting back to fully fit, and kind of just, I guess dragged Ellie and I back to being committed to it.
Yeah, she's definitely a read.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's Chad. It's crazy to see that, like, their love for it and their itch for it to not diminish after something like that. Because if I was to have a digger like that and have the injuries, I mean, yeah, I probably should be done with this. But it's cool to see her not lose her love for it and to continue to want to get back onto the bike.
Yeah, it is. It's tough, and I would say that I would say Ellie hasn't fully recovered from it. Mama Bear's still, still just like, man, like, I don't know. I think there's something that, something's still there. You can kind of tell.
Yeah.
So I think that, as a family, we'll kind of get through it and understand, just how to make it better and not let those little things happen.
Yeah, it's interesting how that works, because from the way the story has been told of your career is that she was the one that was kind of always the toughest on you. Ellie was. Yeah, about like don't quit, or don't be soft or whatever. It's kind of funny to see, like, now that she's mom, that you didn't get that same treatment, did you?
Well, yeah, and again, we've had the conversation many times, in our family, and especially when you dive back into it, and she's really not hard on the kids at all. There's certain things that she has a zero tolerance for, but for the most part, she doesn't. Not even at all does she push on them, or push like she did on me. But you realize that she was my only person. Like, we were 18 years old, left Australia, and we didn't have moms, dads, and people around us. And so therefore, most of the time in the public eye, though she was my, girlfriend, fiance, wife, depending on the year, she was wearing the hat of the trainer and the motivator, mm-hmm. Like, she was not my mom or my dad, but she would be likely doing what they did. So she just wore different hats, and that made it challenging, I would say. Not so much in the time, but I would say later in my career, kind of got to a point where I'm like, look, I just don't need that in my life. I don't need, I don't need to be yelled at anymore or anything. And so there was kind of more of just the communication side of it, and trying to understand that, hey, like, I'm frustrated, but I'm 30 plus years old, and I just need you to be there and be my person, not the one trying to, crack the whip. I've done this long enough to know that I need the whip cracked on my own self, and I've got this.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Chad Reed tonight, brought to you by Yamaha Motor USA. Visit YamahaMotorsports.com to see all that Yamaha has to offer. Chad, I've got 3 more for you. This weekend at Ironman is the next combine. You've been a coach this season for that, and you've done it in the past. How do you like doing that? You already said you like giving back, you like helping kids out, but kind of seeing these up and coming kids and what they're taking away, it's got to be a special moment.
It's really special, and I've always really enjoyed it. I think I've only missed 2 or 3 of them over the last kind of 3 years. They're rewarding and challenging all at once. You want to be able to help them as much as you can, but then there's only so much information you can pass on in a one-day event. And I think the biggest thing, and I think it's gotten better, but the hardest thing is every one of them these days kind of has a trainer or a coach, and sometimes you just want them to step away and just be able to let us help them,
Oh, yeah.
Each coach there is for the most part highly qualified for that position, and sometimes I wish that we could just have the full luxury of giving them the information and no one else, just because I think that you could help and contribute to the kid, to not that you're going to help him that day, but more that he just understands that, hey, if I take on information like this, it's really useful, and it's not just somebody telling me, hey, just go faster, or, man, you're not being aggressive, but then when you do be aggressive, you crash. And you see so many of those mistakes where, particularly, not naming names, but one of my riders he did awesome in the first race, and kind of maybe was ahead of where he wanted to be, but he maybe thought he could be there and he was able to achieve it. And then second moto, it's kind of like everyone was like, oh yeah, you were just there. You just got to do this more, that, this. And I'm just like, no, that's not true. Like you got better than you thought you could because you did XYZ that we talked about. And, true to form, he went and, did what the majority of the people around him was saying. And then he failed in the second one. So, yeah, you see a lot of things and you wish that you could just, keep everybody at an arm length and try to contribute as much as you can in one day. But I'm looking forward to this weekend. I think, some of the guys that we've been working with over the last 3 years are going to go pro. And so that's always kind of exciting. Like when it almost feels like the kid's leaving the nest,
Yeah, sure.
You've seen them and though I don't work with them on a daily basis, but you kind of become, aware of who they are and you've contributed to them a little bit. And then you see them, go on and go onto the pro side of it. And that's really cool to see. And this weekend after Loretta's, we'll have a lot of the younger kids coming and doing it. And that's what I probably most get excited about. I love the kind of that 15-year-old, 14, 15 year old group. That's my favorite.
All right. 2 more. Jason Wygant was telling Mathis on the review show, I think after Washougal, they were talking about the Pulp show Friday night that I think you and James went out to.
Yep.
And we said, I think James was trying to get a ride with Chad back to the hotel or something. And I just want to know, did that ride happen? And if so, what did you guys talk about?
It was the other way around.
Oh, okay.
I actually didn't, for whatever reason, I didn't have a car there, that particular one. And I had come with the Kawasaki guys. And then I didn't want to, put those guys out of place because I ended up doing the Pulp show, which was, I think, around like 7:30 at night. So I was like, well, you guys go eat, do your thing, and I'll get a ride back. And at one stage, it was looking like I was going to get a ride with James. But then the Cowie guys, a couple of them was still there. So I ended up jumping in with those. So I did not get to go in the car with them. But I really enjoyed that show. It was a lot of fun. James and I obviously are really close, and it's kind of funny that fans trip out on it, but we have more in common than not, and we are much more alike than you'd ever imagine, which is probably likely why we butted heads, for a good portion of it. But it's always fun and it's unique, and I get the feeling that even when you talk to people like, let's call it a Wyndham, a James, Ricky, there's just something about life that no one else will understand like they do. Like I don't like to say that out loud too often, but it's like they lived the life that you lived, and they went through the ups and downs, maybe different and through a different set of eyes. But for the most part, not many people lived what you lived, and you can genuinely have a conversation on a level that no one really can understand, so that part's really cool. And again, James and I think James, we just have a good close relationship these days that we talk about. We talk about moto, but it's like we actually talk about the families and just things like funny things.
That's cool.
Nothing
I would like
too serious.
I'd like to see, you've been in studio for Steve's show in the past. Maybe what's the next Century show, Chase? Like 600? Pulp MX?
I think I did 600.
Oh, it'd be 700.
Is it 700 coming up?
So
maybe you and James in studio. That'd be like, I know he's like our competition, but not really. We're not at that level, right? And Steve's one of my good friends.
We're Jason Thomas, and he's Chad Reed.
So I think that'd be an amazing show to have you and James in studio for the same night. That'd be awesome.
It would be fun for sure.
All right, last one. And this is going to be a spur of the moment answer. It might be different an hour, it might be different tomorrow, but what is your favorite memory of your racing career? Doesn't have to be a title. It might just be a trip. Could be anything. What pops to mind?
Jeez. Like just in general over the whole career, what was my favorite moment?
Yeah. It could be experiencing something with Ellie. It could be anything. Just when you think about your career, is there a moment that you go, that was cool?
What would I say? I would say that one thing, I'm a huge MotoGP fan and just loved the sport of MotoGP growing up in Australia. There's, if you know anything about road racing on a world level, Australians were always very, very successful at road racing. And I thought at one point in my life, my ticket out of Australia to go be a world champion was having to go onto the road. Anyway, and so I was always a Valentino Rossi, Mark Marquez, just Valentino's a really good friend. And we got to race at Phillip Island, which is for the people that don't know road racing, it's a huge circuit in the MotoGP world. It's in Australia, bottom of Australia in Victoria. And we had a Supercross at the same time that MotoGP was running. And so it was really cool that at the end of the day, as we were getting ready to do our, let's call it heat race and main event, they had finished up their day. And so then all of the MotoGP guys basically got bussed up to watch it. And so here I am sitting on the starting line, and I realized that the whole bus had got out and they were all kind of sitting in a VIP area in the first turn. And I just was like, man, that is really cool. Like, here's my all-time favorite athlete, rider, Valentino, my friend, and I get to go and race my dirt bike in front of him in my own country, which is, a country that I didn't live in at the time. And that was just a moment that I'll never forget. That was cool. It was like a bucket list. And of course, I'm like, okay, well, I got to really flex on this one. I got to get the whole shot. And I just, typically, obviously I was there and it would, it was kind of, I wouldn't say it was easy. Racing's never easy, but I was, obviously expected to win. And I was just like, no, this is it. I'm going to race like I'm in the US and I'm going to try to lap second basically. And I think I got pretty close to it in the 20 lap main event, but maybe I did lap second. I can't remember, but that was all I remember. And Valentino the next day was just like, Dan, you're crushing it, and anyway, that was a moment that I'll never forget.
That's awesome. Well, Chad, it has been an honor to have you on the MotoXpod for the first time. And really, it's a privilege, and congratulations on an incredible career, incredible family, and good luck going forward. And I'm sure we'll see you around soon.
Hey, thanks guys, and appreciate it. And we'll chat later another time.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
Cheers. Bye.
All right, bye. It's Chad Reed tonight, brought to you by Yamaha Motor USA. Dude,
that was really good.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, right? I mean,
that was a really good interview.
Going in the Chad James era, I was a James guy. And one of my good friends, Rachel, she's listening right now, she was a Chad guy.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, we would battle back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, we would, no, Chad took James out. No, that was James's fault. No, we would just go back and forth. So I would have never thought that I would have Chad Reed on the show.
Yeah.
Like, I just never thought it would be an opportunity. That was cool. And I hope, I'll text him in a minute, tell him thank you. I hope that was kind of cool for him because, we didn't touch on so much the James Stewart stuff and all the things that they always talk about, right?
Yeah.
I think that was cool to do it a little different. I hope our listeners liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, I it's kind of a scary amount of how many times I think about 2012 Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like 09 Indy with the Pastrana track. That was one of the greatest battles of all time.
I go back and watch that race on YouTube once every 6 months or so.
It's worth it. Yeah, it's so worth it.
I did watch that recently. I don't remember why I was watching it, but I did. That was a pretty cool track.
Yeah, dude. It's so funny because I feel like if you had told Chad, like, hey, you're gonna. I mean, I know they ended up not getting a ride back with James, but if you told him that, like, he's gonna be cool with James and they're gonna be buddies, and y'all even have rides together and stuff.
Yeah.
He'd be like, am I getting punked? Like,
yeah, there's no way this is ever gonna happen.
Yeah, there's no way, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going through trying to find the current email. So
yeah, it is interesting how that works though. Like, if you have a rivalry like that and you have so much animosity because it's someone that's challenging to you, it's interesting how that does kind of form a friendship in a way. He was saying, the way the ability, it's something that they can bond over now. It's
trauma bond.
Yeah,
you went through the same kind of thing.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's really cool to see that they're like him and like James and RC are cool, and RC McGrath are cool, and like all that kind of stuff. It's cool.
100%. All right, X brand emails.
Let's do it.
You guys want to do it?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Never mind. I don't know what we're going to do.
All three of them?
No, we got a bunch actually.
Good. Let's go.
Most of them are for the Grill Your Ass Off sampler. We got more responses for the Grill Your Ass Off sampler than when we do like a FXR casual giveaway or.
Damn.
People want that Grill Your Ass Off.
Good.
Our chat loves their meat.
Okay. By the way, you can use promo code DarksideMX3.
I believe so, yes.
I think it's just DarksideMX. Might be DarksideMX3.
Come on, bro.
I know. I don't have it written
It's
down.
on our.
I bet. Well,
is it on the website?
it's on Grill Your Ass Off.
Okay.
On the read here, DarksideMX3, all caps at Grill Your Ass Off. It's not time yet for the Grill Your Ass Off Bring the Heat, but if you want some seasoning, GrillYourAssOff.com. This is though the X brand emails. I keep wanting to go either tear offs, which isn't even ours,
Yeah.
or the forum check-in,
Yeah.
which we did for 3 years.
Yeah, we got it.
But it's going to be the X brand emails. With EKS brand goggles, vision is your advantage. Engineered for clarity, comfort, and durability, EKS goggles keep your focus sharp through roost, rain, and ruts. Trusted by champions, built for every rider. Crystal clear optics, all-day comfort, zero distractions. Ride with EKS. Because every second counts, gear up at EKSbrand.com. All right. So, first email is from Andy Trask. Grill Your Ass Off pack. First time listener and thought the show was good. Will definitely keep listening. Good guests and a laid back show. Keep it up. Dark. Thanks, Andy. I think Andy was actually Andy was one. I put all the names from the emails into a hat and I drew, and Andy was one of the winners. So Andy, he sent me the email or the address yesterday, the day before. I don't know, but that'd be going out tomorrow. So thank you, Andy. Mickey Arno. Hey, Dark, I just want to thank you for the shirt. He got one of the MotoXpod shirts. I made my announcing debut yesterday at my local track and killed it. Very confident there, Andy. Or Mickey. Sorry, Mickey. Had a ton of people asking what the MotoXpod is, and I let them know that KU. Thank you very much. I think, okay.
Come on, bro.
Well, it doesn't say thank you, but that's what it's supposed to say. It says that KU very much.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you very much for the shirt. Keep killing it. Mickey, thank you for buying a shirt and listening and spreading the love. Marco Felipe, you quit HVAC? Yeah, Marco, I quit.
I don't think you ever really started HVAC.
4 days, bro.
Attics are hot.
That's not. You didn't. You didn't complete a full week. You didn't actually start.
I tested some capacitors. I did some other kind of test that I can't remember what it's called now.
Your capacitor for hard work fucking went off.
Anyway, I said, I would have. Would have had to stop doing the show. But Marco, I quit, bro. Be nice. Yeah. Jacob Dick. Hey, Dark. Been listening for a while and decided to participate in the emails. Can we get Jerry on a pod? Started following him after his crash, like many others. There's always a ton of support right after a big crash, but slowly dies off over time. Would be nice to keep his recovery story going, go over his career highlights. Seems like he's missing the sport and wants to be involved. I agree, Jacob. I did send a text about 3 weeks ago, and he did not get back. But I will continue to do that. We'll try to get him on. Oh, by the way, Jacob Dick was the other winner. So I said we were going to give one away, but we gave 2 away.
Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
You all right with that?
I just don't know why you calling him a dick for winning the
His name is Jacob Dick.
Oh, okay.
Casey Lawrence, brother to Jet and Hunter. Always love the show. Always love the show. You guys rock and love your first new show had Jet. Well, Casey, our first new show had Cooper, but thank you. Thank you. He also
just let him think it was Jet. He watched, dude.
We appreciate it. Yeah. He has to go back.
Well, actually, Casey, it wasn't
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Go back and watch the Cooper Webb show.
Yeah.
Cool. Austin Lumet. I'm glad you guys are continuing your show. I like your different takes on topics, no matter how out there Scotty gets. Really excited on you doing this on your own. Keep doing what you're doing.
People's champ, man.
Thanks, Austin.
Got to ask the questions. Nobody else will.
Danny also says grill your ass off, but Danny didn't win. Sorry, Danny. Stoked you nailed down Jet again. I'm with you on the muscle cars. My 72 Nova I had in high school, 1992. He sent a picture. That thing is sweet. Way better than any rice burner that TJ would like. Don't care if it's slower. Here I got Jacob's address. All right, this one came on the website from Will Comer.
Okay.
Some glasses.
TJ can't spell. You can't read. It's crazy around
I'm
here.
old and my glasses don't.
You got
help.
glasses
I
on.
know. I gotta still blow it up to like a font size of a 17.
Yeah.
Jamie or Darkside, I wish you well. Vital made a huge error letting you go. I just bookmarked your new website and will listen to your podcast too. I have listened. You are a breath of fresh air in the motocross media world. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Will. We are going to do our best. Please continue to check MotoXpod.com. Lots of good stuff coming up there. Chase says he's going to write something. I'm not asking TJ anymore.
I haven't written since high school, so
yeah,
we'll see. But
I've got a couple out, and I should have another one up for tomorrow. It's going to be like a recurring kind of thing. So
2020 hindsight.
Yes.
Yep. You can tell a little bit about what your ideas on that is.
So it seems like there's always a topic that we either talk about that something happens or something's trending in the media that, if you looked back on it from when the first time it started, it was hindsight's 2020. So you look back on things and it's different. Like, we've said, well, Jet wasn't going to be good this outdoors because he's coming off an injury, and then now look how much he's dominated, like that kind of stuff. Yeah. So the idea of it's stuff that makes sense now, but maybe we had either our take was way off or just something that we thought was a bigger story then. Like the first one I did was about like the amateur rivalry between Hayden Deegan and Ryder D. That was like, we'll race him when it's time kind of thing, and then that never really happened because like look where we're at. So just stuff like that. I'm going to try to come up with some ideas. If you have any, submit them on the website. I think there's a forum spot that they can do that, or email it, or however that works.
Just use the contact form.
Use contact form, and if you have an idea of something or that you've thought of that you're looking back on, then we'll take it and run with it. So
yeah, you can put in the subject headline 2020 or hindsight or whatever, and then maybe Scotty will have give Scotty a new idea or something to touch on. Okay, this email came in from Tim West. I think it was this morning, and I didn't get a chance to research this. I said I was going to, and I never got to it. But he said, hey, I just heard this morning that the NFL is banning smelling salts across the league. Do you think SMX will follow suit and do away with them for the racers at the gate? I had asked about smelling salts in the past. If you guys remember, we did talk about that briefly, and whether they were a performance enhancer, but wonder if the NFL's decision will set a precedent for other sports to follow. So again, I don't know a ton about smelling salts.
It looks hilarious on the line.
Yeah.
So I read something about it today. The reason they did that is because, say you have a mild concussion, you can hit the smelling salts. It'll wake you up a little bit. You can mask some concussion like symptoms.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get away from that. I could see them doing it. I don't know how much it actually helps.
Yeah.
I don't think it really would help that much. Like,
I can't see it being a performance enhancing thing.
Yeah, it's not really. It's not that it's performance enhancing. It's that you could possibly mask like concussion symptoms.
Okay. Yeah, but that's really what they're using for in moto. I think they're using it to get everything like alert.
If
stuff. Yeah,
it's kind of hard to fake a concussion. Or to get around a concussion in moto because they're usually pretty big.
Yeah, Jalek tried.
I could see them maybe following suit just because the NFL's so big and everybody's talking about it, and it's kind of in the news a little bit. I could see them following suit, but I don't really think they will.
Dude, if they had the same concussion protocols that we have now, Pastrana would have raced like 2 motos.
Yeah.
Look, maybe that's my next hindsight. Looking back on the concussion protocols.
There you go. You have to do some research on that one.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, that was what? Damn, that's a dig.
No. I mean, I just meant literally that'd be one you'd really have to do some research on.
I don't know that there was really any protocol.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It was non-existent. So.
Okay. We good on that one?
Yeah.
So the only other one, and I didn't write the name of who set this down. It might have been one of the ones I already mentioned, but somebody said that we should do a t-shirt. We talked about like a quote for the next shirt, and I said, don't be an idiot, right? This guy says, put TJ's an idiot on the shirt.
Yeah.
But I feel again like that's a narrow group of people that would want that. Am I wrong? Do you think? What do you?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think don't be an idiot's better.
Yeah, but I like the input. I like that our listeners are getting involved. MotoXpod.com.
What was his name?
I didn't write down who.
Oh, okay.
Said that one.
Whoever that was, we just know TJ's an idiot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We don't want to give him any kind of credit on anything.
If we put "Don't be an idiot" on a T-shirt, it's for TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or we could say "Don't be a TJ." inferring that is an idiot.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just put TJ's an idiot. Yeah. I can't see. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, Jonathan, if you're listening. Your dad's cool. He's cool. He's fine. I won't make fun of my friends. I don't know what I'm going to do with my friends anymore because that's what we do.
TJ's an idiot. I'll stand on
basically, Jonathan and Doc, if I'm making fun of your dad, it's because I like him.
Yeah.
I'm giving him a hard time because I like him. Like, I don't make fun of Chase because I don't like him. So,
it doesn't rile me up like it does TJ.
Yeah.
You make fun of me and you don't like me.
I make fun of Scotty because I do like you, but it's really funny, your reaction. And the fact that you don't think you react the way that you react.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Dude, my dad was an absolute dick.
Yeah.
So, like, none of this bothers me. I'm fine.
It's just busting balls,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I mean, I do it to you back. Like,
Yeah.
It's good times.
And then you say, I
Through
get upset.
tears.
Through tears.
All right, let's do the grill your ass off, bring the heat.
Oh, I got a good one for this, actually.
I'm glad because, we need it because I know the answer to this, Scotty, from you. Do you love to grill and cook?
Yes.
You've done it professionally. Still kind of, huh?
Yeah.
Do you do any grilling? Do you run the grill at your restaurant?
Yeah. It is a restaurant.
You hear how he laughed?
It is it says restaurant on the sign.
I'm not arguing it. Just
yeah,
I know if you wanted me to.
I mean, it's a different kind of grill. It's not like just your good old flat top that's in the backyard, but it's
not like you don't have a charcoal grill going on there?
Yeah, no, we're not flame broiling back there.
Okay, well, Grill Your Ass Off is a veteran-owned, seasoned company that manufactures some of the best flavors this great country has ever known. Every Grill Your Ass Off item is labeled with a military or first responder theme and is made in Texas with pride. Each product sold proudly... Oh, man, I suck at this. Each product sold proudly supports a true nonprofit organization or event as well. Whether you're grilling up some chicken breast... It's okay if I start over.
You do what you want, man.
Are you guys cool if I
Sure,
start over?
sure,
I'm going
sure.
to try to get through this perfect. You ready?
Do it again.
All right. Do you think I can?
Yes. No.
Take a nap.
Okay. Do you love to grill and cook?
Yes.
Grill Your Ass Off is a veteran-owned seasoning company that manufactures some of the best flavors this great country has ever known. Every Grill Your Ass Off item is labeled with a military or first responder theme and is made in Texas with pride. Each product sold proudly supports a true nonprofit organization or event as well. Whether you're grilling up some chicken breast, baking pork chops, or boiling shrimp, Grill Your Ass Off has seasoning for the occasion. Visit grillyourassoff.com and use promo code DARKSIDEMX3, all caps, to save 20% on your next order. Whether you want some of the seasoning, habanero barbecue sauce, ranch dip, jerky, lime beer salt, donkey dong, pickles, or anything else they have to offer.
That's TJ's favorite.
grillyourassoff.com.
Yeah, according to TJ, it'll even make a Dollar General steak taste good.
Right? Dude, TJ could be my whatever.
Yeah, bring the heat.
Yeah, bring the heat. He could be my bring of the heat. But
okay, go ahead, Chase.
We got to get back to having some kind of accountability.
Okay.
So yesterday I was driving through Tyler. Dude gave me 0.2 seconds of blinker, cut me off. I passed him.
Now we're talking.
I passed him. I had to slam on the brakes, so my phone fell into the floorboard.
Yeah.
Picked it up, passed him, threw my hands up at him when I went by.
Okay. I like it.
This dude,
sorry, you're good.
This dude leaves a review on our company site.
Oh, because you have the fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude, he said I was on the phone tailgating, speeding, all kind
yeah.
Thankfully, I work for a pretty good friend, and he was like,
Tyler tell laugh off.
So, no, he didn't. Amanda replied, which was probably the good call. But like Tyler went back and looked at this other dude's reviews. He had like 7 of them that were the same thing.
Oh, really?
This dude's just going around looking for an insurance claim, like because nobody's worried about getting hit in the mouth anymore.
Do you have a dash cam?
No, I need to.
You probably should.
We were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
If you're driving for a company.
Didn't you almost hit something on the way home from the show
he didn't almost hit something. Somebody almost hit him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That dude was lucky I was in the company van and we just got it back.
because I was in front of Chase and I had to stop at the light, and then the light turned green while I was sitting there, and so Chase had momentum and got in front of me, and then as he was passing me, and there's like a crossover intersection before or after the light, depending on which direction you're coming from. Between 2 gas stations. Yeah, and like he just come over like basically like 4 lanes across the median and just right into where Chase was at. And Chase almost went off the side of the road.
I had to go all the way to the shoulder. Scotty said he could breathe the side of the van. Like going down the road.
Yeah.
Yep. Drivers, man, I get it. You know.
Yeah, that's it. Bring the heat.
Yeah, I mean,
it's scary out there.
That gets me fired up all the time. And then TJ saying that I was a bad driver. You were in the truck that day.
Yeah, I was fine with it.
Was I riding the dude's butt?
No.
Because
hey, no.
I would have been easily 6 feet closer, comfortably for me, and that'd have been riding the butt.
Hey, Niall, I'll give you my address if you want to test that. I said I was intimidating as a box full of kittens.
I just got a DM on Instagram from Moto_413Dad that says, "Hey, bro, just listening to the pod where I haven't read this, so
okay.
Hey, bro, just listening to the pod where you guys were talking about Aussie, and I myself attended the No More Tours tour back, I believe, in 92, 93. It was a little older than that. It was like 95 because I was in high school in 93. In Louisville, Kentucky, Pantera opened with AIC, an Aussie best concert I've ever been to, and fortunately have been to lots of shows. Side note, I'm glad you are not with Vital anymore. Big Lou, I can deal with, but ML, okay, I'm done. All right, sorry. Hey, Moto, I'm going to stop reading that now. But I think that from the No More Tours tour I went to was 95.
I went,
or maybe the end of 94.
I went to Ozfest 08. That was my only Aussie encounter, but he was still doing awesome. So it was right there when that whatever that album was called.
No More Tears. No,
Scream.
08. In 08?
Scream was 2010, so it was
never gonna stop.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
whatever.
Scream.
I can't remember the name of the album, but
he kind of lost me after No More Tears.
Osmosis.
Osmosis was good. Osmosis was like 95 or something like that.
That was the tour that the No More Tours tour was. That I saw, Osmosis.
Yeah.
Zach was not in the band because he was doing Pride and Glory.
Yeah.
Then I saw him like a few months later on Retirement Sucks tour.
Yeah.
It felt like a few months later. It might have been a year later. And then I saw him.
It was the 90s, dude.
I saw him at Ozfest at San Bernardino Pavilion or whatever they call it on the other side of the hill from the track.
Mm-hmm.
What did I say? San Bernardino? Glen Helen.
Oh.
Glen Helen. If you go over the hill, there's a venue there. And they were having Ozfest the same weekend as Vet Nationals.
Oh, hell yeah.
And like my buddy Chad Mayo had been there a few days early, and the security guys just gave them tickets. So we rolled over, and like we had front row. It was standing room or whatever. We were like up against the stage.
Right.
So that was kind of cool. I saw that show for like half of it, and then Chad wanted to go back and get sleep. Lame. He's like, we're going to get back and get some sleep. We got a race in the morning. It's Aussie, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, so.
Yeah, we made my mom drag us out there. It was, Hell Yeah was doing a Dimebag tribute.
Oh, yeah.
It was 5 years after he passed. And Metallica, Ozzy didn't even headline it. He let Metallica close out.
Yeah, I can see that.
At that time, like, they were putting on a better show. Like,
I can see that.
I get it.
Do you have a Bring the Heat?
I'll let you go first.
My Bring the Heat is going to be going to the track and only riding a couple laps, man.
That's fine, dude. I still had fun.
And yeah, I don't know, man. You show up and you just ride a couple laps, and like, I try to get in there and ride some laps with you guys, but I don't know, man. I can't go that slow.
I feel you, dude. I haven't ridden in 6 months.
I don't really have a Bring the Heat this week, so that's really all I got.
So okay, he has very quickly forgotten that he was in this condition that we were in, and like I know that you're like I know that Kiefer and Steve changed your life and cut your hair and you got in shape and like all this stuff and you
got on Ozempic. We get it, dude.
And then someone say that you were on Ozempic, that's why you lost weight or something.
No,
I don't know.
I think somebody said that about Steve actually.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah. But like dude, like
which isn't true by the way.
I go out to ride my dirt bike to have fun. Like I'm not. Like, I know you're in shape and you ride a lot now and you had free bikes. And it's great, man. Like, like we're not there right now. Like, I'm sorry.
Are you ever going to be there?
No, probably not.
Probably not. But
I'm having fun, though.
He's like the new puppy that comes in and it's like the older dog. He wants to play with the older dogs. The older dog's like, no, dude, I did that like 5 years ago. Like, I'm good. Like, I just want to chill. But you just, man.
This is my version.
I just want to ride with my friends.
I get it. I would like to ride
do
more
that?
too.
Okay, you want to ride with your friends, but then like I'm like 3 laps into a moto and like sucking wind, and then you hop in front of me and then like cut me off the track and like slow down and like stop past me and all kinds of crap like that.
I don't know about all that, but he does wait until you're like a little tired.
You were tired on the first lap.
You're right. I haven't ridden in 6 months.
You jumped out there, and I was like trying to get my gear on. You did a lap. I jumped in, and then you're like, "Oh, we were tired already."
Dude,
like,
I haven't ridden.
All you did was a sight lap.
I haven't ridden in 6 months. A, I'm a lazy piece of shit. B,
Yeah.
Leave me alone, man.
Yes, I do kind of do that, Scotty. Jump in and like block past slowly. So because I'm just trying to have fun. That's that's like fun. Like you can come run in front of me and like bump elbows. Like we're going slow enough that it's fine. I'm just trying to have fun with my friends. I'm sorry that you and TJ and Chase
next time we come out,
friends.
Next time we come out, I'll brake check the shit out of you. We'll see what happens.
TJ literally, I think somewhere there's
TJ's dirty, dude.
Somewhere there's GoPro footage of him doing that to me and me crashing, and you can hear him go.
Yeah, he laughs.
And it's funny.
Yeah.
Now, if we're going race pace and we're racing, then no, that's not cool. But when you're out just playing around with your buddies at,
I guess you're
at
right.
slow speed, I'm just trying to have fun with you, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, my hands stopped working really fast.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'm a liability.
With nobody around me. Yeah, exactly.
No, I need to get back in riding shape because
I'm going to get back in shape just to torment Darkside.
Dude, I just want to ride with my buddies. Like I go out there and I do laps. I'm like, well, this is not near as much fun as when we're actually riding together.
I agree. I just can't do it.
I agree.
All right, so my bring the heat for this week is going to be just. Oh, do we have a guest on?
Not yet. I hit the button too soon, but go ahead.
So my bring the heat is like the way like nowadays that we just a big deal is made out of like the littlest things and like it blows up online and it's like the whole like the one this week with there was a couple of stories that I read is that were just like normal stories and like stuff happens, like things happen, and then they just turn into like a thing on the internet, and it just gets blown out. Things get blown out of proportion. A lot of facts are not said, and like it's, people make up stuff and call it facts, and it's just dude, it's just insane.
Let's come back to that if you're okay with that, because we do have our next
chill.
guest of the night on, and he's going to be brought to you tonight by Guts Racing. Grip, control, confidence. Elevate your ride with Guts Racing seat covers, trusted by top pros and everyday riders alike. Designed for maximum traction and durability, Guts seat covers keep you locked in when the track gets rough and the stakes get high. Built to last, made to win. GutsRacing.com. Tonight, Guts Racing brings us the VP of Global Partnerships at Feld Entertainment, Mr. Dave Muye. What's up, Dave?
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for doing this. So, this is the first time we've had you on the show, so we really appreciate you taking some time. But there's been some big news with Super Motocross and the partnership with Monster Energy that just got dropped, and we wanted to bring you on to tell us how this came to be, and this now 18-year partnership, I believe, is just going strong.
Yeah, that's right. We're super excited about it. It is, you're exactly right. It's an 18-year partnership that, started really, really small, and we've been able to grow together along with Monster. The new partnership has us extending the Supercross program through 2030, so they'll remain the title of Monster Energy Supercross, and we'll extend that and make them the title of, it'll become the Monster Energy Super Motocross World Championship. So they'll be across all 31 races with the remaining title of Supercross, as I said. And the deal expands a bit in terms of kind of their reach, what we'll do together in the Fan Fest. As you guys know, Monster's been a fantastic partner with bringing activations to life out there. We're going to work on some new things in the licensing space, and hopefully we got a few other tricks up our sleeves over the next 5 years of this program.
Yeah, I like that it's a 5-year deal, and again, being a title sponsor for the entire series is really cool because there has not been a title sponsor for the Super Motocross for the playoffs yet, right? This is the first time the playoffs have had an actual title sponsor.
Yeah, that's right. So Monster was an early adopter of what we were trying to do with the playoffs and the SMX 3 races, the playoff series. And when we first launched it, and they came in as it was really the presented by, we called it fueled by. So the playoffs and finals have been fueled by Monster Energy. This gave us a chance to kind of wrap everything in together, what we're doing with MX Sports, the entirety of the series, and really lean into the 9-month platform that the Super Motocross World Championship is.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive, Scotty. That look, the energy drinks, they're a big part of our sport, and I would love having them. And the fact that Monster still believes in this product, really, we talk about, is this sport going to grow, and how do we make it grow? Well, I think the first thing is having these big time sponsors seen value in it. And Dave, how long have you been working on this? Again, 18 years. Maybe the deal wasn't that hard to get done, but I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that we don't know about.
Sure. Yeah. So I've been around a really long time doing this. And so I was part of the original when we worked with Hanson's Beverage 18 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So I've been along with it the entire time, and it really has evolved and grown. And I know Monster has been on a number of shows and podcasts in different areas talking about our relationship. And it truly is a really good relationship. They will point out things that they like and don't like. We do the same. It really is a true partnership. This deal specifically, we probably started working on about 14 months or so ago.
Okay.
And there's just a lot of moving pieces to it because we were all still learning what is Super Motocross World Championship? How is it evolving? Where is it heading in the future? A lot of really good questions that Monster had is if they're going to be involved at the level that we asked them to be involved at. We had asks of them, they had asks of us. So it took some time to sort that out. And then frankly, it took a long time, just with legal paperwork, right? Like we kind of redid the entire deal because it's the first time we were bringing motocross in under the umbrella, SMX, all of these things all at the same time. So it took a lot of kind of maneuvering to get it all right and done properly. It took a while for sure, but it was never a painful process. It was a good working relationship to get it figured out.
All right, so I'm gonna put you on the spot a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
But you just said that Feld and Monster kind of came and said, "Hey, these are things we like. These are some things we don't like." Can you give us a couple of examples of things that maybe Monster or Feld were like, "Hey, we would like to tweak this, or we would like to do this different, or we weren't super happy"? Like, what are some changes that maybe we would see?
Sure. So a lot of things will stay the same, right? Like one of the things they really like is the ability to sell in their retailers, right? So C-stores and grocery chains and keeping that can redemption. Some things that'll change is I think you'll see increased activations in and around what we're doing in the Fan Fest with Monster, some cool and different things. How we're going to use the logo and take the championship marks to market, right? I think hopefully we'll see some changes there with things that Monster's doing both at their point of sale at retail, things that we're doing with our consumer products, and really how we're kind of marrying the Monster brand with, what is now the Super Motocross World Championship. Mm-hmm. So I think those are some of the things. Some more of the stuff will honestly be behind the scenes. As far as consumer facing, I mean, those are some of the bigger ones. But quite frankly, a lot of it was working. There wasn't a whole lot of things. When I say, not consumer facing, we talk about like how we're going to continue to increase fan engagement at the event, how we're going to increase the fan experience when it comes to opening ceremonies, things like that. So I don't want to say they're mundane or not important, but those were some of the conversations. By and large, the bones of the deal remain largely intact because they're working. Neither one of us could see a reason to make a lot of dramatic changes to things. It was more just expanding it than making any real dramatic changes because the program's working for them and it's working for us.
Okay.
Yeah. So along with this expansion, is it going to affect any kind of other sponsorship that you guys have that carries kind of the sport? Is it going to interfere? Is that some of the things that you had to work through? Does it take away from anything else by expanding the Monster to be the full sponsor?
It doesn't. I'm hoping what it does is starts to shine a light on what we've been doing really since the inception of the playoffs and the Super Motocross World Championship, which is trying to build programs now across 31 races. So 28 regular season and then the playoffs. So I don't know how many people have taken note of it, but if you look at now the sponsorship that's at Pro Motocross going on right now, what you saw in Supercross and what you see at those 3 playoff rounds, our goal is to get partners across all 31 events, and we're out actively selling in the market that 9-month platform that is the entire championship. My hope is that other marketers, endemic and non, see that what Monster has done, their belief in what we're doing, because they're such a prominent sponsor across motorsports and action sports and all sports, really. I'm hoping that it helps shine some light on what we're doing and that this is a very impactful platform that we have here with motorcycle racing in this country. Mm-hmm. And I hope that helps. I hope that helps us. You asked if there's any hindrances or drawbacks. Not really. Like I said, the structure of the deal in terms of like what Monster has in terms of their exclusivities and all of that kind of stuff hasn't really changed. Our ability to pass through retail hasn't really changed. So there shouldn't be any negative impact to the business whatsoever. And in fact, like I talked about with some of the enhancements and hopeful ways that Monster can help push Super Motocross World Championship out into the masses and some of the other areas that they are outside of what they do with us in our sport, we're hoping that helps grow the sport.
Is the fan engagement kind of one of y'all's biggest selling points when you're trying to sell to sponsors? Because like the fact that the way that participants are able to go to the pits and everything is unlike any other sport, really.
Yeah, it's certainly a point of differentiation that we lean into without question.
Yeah.
The access to the athletes. Our athletes are fantastic about their engagement with the fans and signing autographs. To your point, it's hard to name another sport that has that type of interaction. And that's one part. And like I said, we do heavily lean into it for some partners. For other partners, it may not be the most important factor. So we lean into how engaged and we'll call it sticky our audience is, both in their viewership habits and what they do on social and digital media. All of those kind of touch points there, how active they are in and around that fan fest and fan engagement area in terms of, capturing their data or whatever it may be. That's what we'll lean into. But yeah, it's absolutely a point of differentiation that we're really proud of in terms of how our fans have the ability to interact with the athletes at the races.
Staying with that topic, a big question that comes up all the time for fans that maybe aren't super involved with the news every week is, will they continue the Monster Energy can redemption to get into FanFest? I know the answer to this, but I'd let everybody know.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a part of the program that is absolutely staying intact. It works great for Monster. It gives their sales team a really strong asset to go into the market and sell in, whether it be whatever convenience store or grocery chain that they decide on in each market. It's great for those retailers. It's great for us to have that at least kind of secondary contact and expose some of those folks to what we're doing every week at the races. And it's great for the fans, right? Like you can go and enjoy a Monster beverage, very easy to find and pick up, and redeem it for a significant value to get into the Fan Fest. So yes, that remains intact.
I think that's obviously a favorite of the fans. I mean, to not have to pay $25 or whatever per person to get into Fan Fest is pretty it's a highlight. It's definitely going to bring more families. There was a couple of things in the press release that I noticed that at some events during FanFest, you guys were going to be working on like monster barbers, tattoo artists, virtual reality simulators. Talk about that, because the tattoo artist, I know me and Chase, my other co-host here, we're all about that.
Sure, it's not real, Dark.
You don't think it's real tattoos?
No, I don't think so.
I'm going to be so disappointed.
No, it's real tattoos, guys.
I'm in.
Yeah. No, so Monster has done it a few times, and the hope and plan is that they'll continue to do it in select markets. They fly in a tattoo artist from somewhere, maybe from California, maybe from somewhere else in the country. They fly in really high-level tattoo artists, and they perform tattoos on site in the Fan Fest. Same thing with barber. They'll fly in barbers from, at the finals in Salt Lake City, they had a couple barbers, I believe, were from the LA area. They flew them in, and and it's not like quick, crummy haircuts. Right. I mean, they take some significant time. It's a full styling program they're running there. And it's just cool. And Monster does it right. It's highly themed Monster, embroidered barber chairs, and, just everything about it just feels cool and high end and very Monster. So yeah, I think both of those things will continue, as and we do the BMX competitions, freestyle motocross. They have they have drift folks that come out. They're really good at kind of, again, cross-pollinating us, and that's really what we're looking for in partners. I mean, the check is obviously great, and it helps the sport go round, but it's also that helping the fan experience and engagement so we can grow the sport is really, what we look to Monster and any other partners that we bring on whenever possible. What can they do to enhance what we're doing?
Yeah, it's really impressive. And I mean, what if they give away, like, one of the options from the barbers is the Jason Thomas.
Yeah. Is that a prize?
I think that's on page 6. Yeah. You can flip through and find it. That's exactly what it's called. It's called the JT.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, a few other things. Obviously, next year is pretty big deal. 10 OEMs, I think, with Ducati coming in, Triumph being back, Beta being back. The series is growing, whether we see significant growth from the outside or not. The sport, to me, is getting bigger. It's getting more involved. And this partnership with Monster. But just talk about next year and having the OEMs and the expansion of the racing.
Yeah, again, something we're really excited about. It's one good way to measure growth, right? If people want to come in and invest the kind of money that it takes for these OEs to build a motorcycle, get it handled here, build out a race team, and go and compete on the racetrack is obviously, as you guys well know, a very significant expense. So the fact that they believe in what's going on here enough to invest those kind of dollars is, I think, a super good look for the sport and is super helpful. We're really excited. Well, I'll start with Beta having already come in, and Triumph. Triumph has been a fantastic partner of ours. They're doing all of the kind of things we talk about, like help working in with us in ways to help grow the sport. We're excited to welcome Ducati. We've had some decent conversation with them. I think you'll see them not only come with the race team, but probably come in with us as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, all really exciting stuff, but, also not lost is the things that, Kawasaki's doing with their electrode program, and STACYC's doing with balance bikes, and all of these different pieces of just giving people other options of motorcycles, getting younger people on motorcycles with options. The KTM Junior program is a fantastic program that we've had for many, many years. All of these things, in my opinion, will help with kind of the groundswell of growing the sport. You mentioned, you can see it. I can tell you the numbers say that we're absolutely growing in every measurable category that you would want. Attendance is flat to growing, but that's largely that, like, the venues only hold so many people, right? So that's not going to be the area where we see the most growth. We're going to see it in our international video pass. We're going to see it in our social and digital numbers. We're going to see it on our television broadcasts, which continues to get better and better and continues to grow. So, I think all indicators point to really, really good things for the Super Motocross World Championship. I think it's been well received in the market. When we're out talking to people can get their head around, marketers can get their head around a 10-month platform. It's not this disjointed 16, 17 rounds in first quarter and then what happens in motocross. And, now we're talking about things in the fall. You're seeing athletes coming back, which is keeping the viewership up throughout the motocross season. I'm sure you saw some of the releases that have gone out on that. So all of these cylinders are firing kind of at the right time and in unison, and really, I think, helping raise the overall of the sport.
Absolutely. Scotty?
When you guys, Feld obviously has the motocross, but you guys have other products too. When you're doing a deal like this with Monster, is it, and I know that they sponsor the Monster trucks and stuff, other stuff too, is that kind of a conglomerate thing that you guys, a package that you guys sell, or is that like two completely different transactions?
Yeah, it depends. It's rare that we would sell something that would tie off to Supercross and Monster Jam or one of our other properties, so Ringling or Tizzy on Ice. It's not impossible. We have done it. Monster is actually an example of that. For a while, like when they were launching their Mutant brand, we did quite a bit of work with them on that. There is some degree of crossover. We can do it. They can be cojoined if we need or want, or it makes sense for us or the partner. And there's a lot that has some kind of trickle crossover. So Insta360 is a new partner that we brought on this year. We've dabbled with some things with Monster Jam with them, but it's generally completely separate from SMX. But it does, and it goes both ways, right? Like there are things and conversations we have on the Monster Jam side of the business, as an example, that we introduce them to SMX. Sometimes they come on board, sometimes they don't. But it at least keeps the conversation open and just gives us a little bit of another avenue to talk to marketers and or people about what we do. So a lot of times when we go in and we're looking at how to do a partnership, we're going with, it depends on the partner, obviously, right? But we may be talking about Monster Jam and SMX at the same time and see where they gravitate towards, right? And that's how we'll build and structure a program. So having Monster Jam in the portfolio, and I say Monster Jam specifically, obviously I have Ringling and Disney on Ice, a little bit different audience than our motorsports portfolio. But it's certainly a benefit to us, not a hindrance, right? Like it never detracts from one another. It just gets us in more doors. Monster Jam may open the door for us for a Supercross conversation, right?
Sure.
Or vice versa. So they're actually really helpful.
Yeah, I just didn't know if y'all sold it as like, hey, this is our sponsorship package. It's got Supercross. Yeah, I was interested in how that worked.
We can. And like I said, for the right partner, absolutely we can do it. There's not a lot of those that, and Monster Jam is just, it's so big. I mean, you're talking 100 plus cities, 350 plus performances, and that's just domestic. So, that's a big thing to bite off. And then you're also talking about maybe biting off of, another 31 race platform, so that kind of scale is tough to find people looking for that kind of scale. But it's not totally impossible.
Right.
I want to close this thing out by talking about the Super Motocross World Championship playoffs and finals. But before we do that, I will say Sean Brennan, he was not kind enough to get my family some tickets for Monster Jam this year at Arlington at Cowboy Stadium. I took my 4-year-old grandson who is obsessed with monster trucks, and he just didn't know what to think. He was so into it. So thank you to Sean. Thank you to Feld for that. But the reason I bring that up is Monster Jam's cool, but Supercross for me, like Kat does such an incredible job with opening ceremonies and like the halftime program. I just feel like Supercross is second to none when it comes to that stuff. Like watching Monster Jam, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool, but it does not compare in those areas to me. You're right. To me as Supercross, I just think Kat crushes it with what she does at Supercross.
Yeah, that Kat and the entire operations team does an absolutely amazing job with putting together the videos, timing out the pyro, the lights. It runs like a well-oiled machine. They bring in new different things. We had Blake Redfern at one of the Anaheims, play some music. Yeah. We have people doing, super cool, whether it's guitar solos. It's almost always patriotic. So we were able to tie in the military in a lot of instances. So, yeah, I mean, and that really just goes back to the fan experience, right? Like we can get somebody to come and spend their hard-earned money to come check out a Supercross or any of the SMX events. The goal is to get them to return, want to tell their friends and bring friends. That's the only way we can grow this thing. So giving them the absolute best bang for their buck is absolutely the goal.
100%. All right. Supercross World Championship playoffs and finals starting September 6th in Concord, North Carolina. September 13th, I think, in St. Louis, and 20th in Vegas. Yep. Just talk about that. This is year 3 of that. Fan zone, camping, VIP experiences, that's all back, right?
It is all of those things, unique tracks. St. Louis, if you've been to St. Louis Supercross, I promise you the track will not be anywhere near what you've seen for St. Louis Supercross. It'll be completely reconfigured. We'll be racing out of the stadium a bit. We'll be pushing back their track rules so we have more floor space to which to build the track. There's a lot of exciting things happening there. Again, some things we're always trying to work on with partners, without partners, that we can do to increase the fan experience, both on Friday night, at the Saturday event, in the Fan Fest. And then you got the best guys in the world competing for a whole lot of money. So the racing should be great. You got guys coming back. You got Chase Sexton, who's back in motocross, working his way up the leaderboard. I think it creates a really fun and exciting environment. I'm so happy that the Feld family and the Coombs and MX Sports, that we were able to come together and do this and create these playoffs, so that much like most other sports out there now, we have a playoff and something that, kind of culminates the season. And I think, I've been to all of them, and it's, for all the listeners out there, it's worth going. Like, it is a very fun, unique atmosphere. The tracks are unique. They're fast. But they're technical in some instances. So it's great. It's a great experience.
100%. Supermotocross.com for tickets, schedule, dates, everything. It's all there. Dave, man, thank you so much for your time. I know it's a little late on the East Coast, so thank you for jumping on with us.
Absolutely happy to. We're always working on new partnerships and programs, so I hope we land a couple of these here in the next few months, and I'd love to come back and talk about those as well.
Absolutely. Let us know, or have Sean reach out, and we'll definitely get you back on. Just don't do that Pull from X show, man. Screw that guy.
Will do.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
All right. Thanks for having me.
See ya.
Talk to you later.
All right. Dave Muye tonight, brought to you by Guts Racing. I wish we could get to some of those SMX finals this season. Just unfortunately, real life kicks in.
We can get on Greyhounds.
You can send me.
It's not even that. It's just like,
good shit to do.
It's just, I mean, for me, I don't work at Vital anymore. So it's not part of my job to go to these events. Let's see. We got to get Aaron Hill on here in just a minute. We got Turd after that. I think we have time if you guys want.
Or you're gonna start it and then cut me off in the middle of it again?
Let's go back to finish your Bring the Heat.
I think I was pretty much done.
Okay.
But no, we didn't get a chance to rebuttal, but so it's just like the way that people like just spread misinformation as fact and like just make a big deal out of just like the most minuscule things. Just drives me freaking nuts. Are you
specifically talking about like the Eddie Ray and the kid that hit the tree?
The kid hit the tree mostly, but all of it. Like, it's just
the Slowy situation.
All of it.
That one's the one I have the most problem with. But
I
don't really want to get into it.
I don't know enough about any of those things to really comment, and I don't want to spread misinformation.
Exactly.
And get on Scotty's bad side, because Scotty's a butthole.
Yeah. It's the biggest loose butthole.
Yeah, let's actually. I'm going to work on. Let me see if I can get Aaron on. We'll try to get Aaron Hill from Moto Redemption on real quick, and then we can move on with our segments after that.
I can't believe that they're giving real tattoos. I thought I sounded like an idiot because I was like,
yeah,
I was like, oh, I'm sure it's like little like kid tattoos. No, it's real.
Yeah, like when I went to that gas thing in Italy, like there was a real tattoo.
You get like a monster tat, or like.
Well, I got the what do you call that? The
chili pepper.
The chili pepper, because it was called the Spice It Up Gas Festival. So you had to either get a gas logo, or the chili pepper, or there was one other one, and I went with the. So I kind of want to ask if they is it going to be you have to get a monster tattoo, but let's see. Our next guest is on the line, so let's get to him. He's going to be brought to you tonight by Racetech. For over 40 years, Racetech has been supplying the motorcycle industry with high quality suspension components made right here in the USA. From modern to vintage, Racetech is your go-to source for suspension performance. Racetech.com, find your local service center. Don't forget about their classes coming up for engine and suspension. Check it all out at Racetech.com. Tonight, Racetech brings us from Moto Redemption, Aaron Hill. What's going on, Aaron?
Oh, not much, man. How are you?
We're doing good, man. We just got done talking to Dave Muye with Feld. We had Chad Reed on for the first time ever. So, yeah, we're closing out with you. So, a hell of a night for our show, man. We're excited. I've never had a chance to get to know you or meet you, so this is a pleasure.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for having me on. And, we really appreciate it. And, love talking Moto Redemption. So,
well, yeah. So, Matt Byton recently came out and did one of your rides, and he hit me up and told me, man, you got to get these guys on. And it's always, I've heard of you in Moto Redemption, and it's what an incredible platform. But I'd like to start with why Moto Redemption. Tell us your story.
So unfortunately, I'm like Matt. I got hurt racing motocross in 2008 here in Colorado at a local race. It's one of those things that it can happen, but you never think it'll happen to you.
For sure.
And at that time, I knew of Ricky James. At that time, had already been back on a motorcycle after getting injured. And so I knew when I was in the hospital, hey, I'm going to ride again. And was able to reach out to him. And he kind of sent me some pictures and stuff of how he modified his bike. And so in 2010, with the help of my co-founder of Moto Redemption, Davey Gonzalez, we built my first bike as a 2010 YZ450. And so from there, started riding again. And unfortunately, I did win another bike in 2015 from Vana Magazine, used to be Meta. So shout out to those guys over there. And so I had two bikes, and unfortunately, knew other people that had gotten injured. And and they had wanted to ride, and I had two bikes. So I was like, sweet, let's take some people riding.
Yeah.
And, cause, and it's not everybody, but, at least, for racers, you want to get back out there for at least a little bit and just get that redemption, and so we took a couple people riding, and then took this kid, Trevor Kennison, riding. And if anybody has heard of him, he's got a documentary on Netflix. He's a badass sit skier, and took him riding. He posted some videos on his social media. And then next thing you know, Roy Tuscany from High Fives Foundation hit us up. And they're another nonprofit like Moto Redemption, and they get athletes out skiing and surfing and fishing and doing all kinds of cool things, but they don't have anything with a motor involved in it, or they do now. They have side-by-sides now, but at that time they didn't. And so, we held our first Moto Redemption camp in 2020 up in Leadville at the Leadville Motocross Park in Colorado here. And that's really where it all started,
So cool.
Wasn't anything we planned on doing or anything like that, it just kind of happened. Realized there were other people that want to get back out there on dirt bikes. And honestly, for the most part, it's not even, most of the people that come and ride with us aren't former racers. They're people that got injured doing something else. They were in a skiing accident, a car crash, street bike accident, lots of different stuff. And so The demand is huge. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people get injured every year. And one of the things you never think you'll be able to ever do is ride a motorcycle, even if you did it before. And so, we're spreading the love, man.
Dude, it's so amazing. I want to ask more about some of the participants you've had and how that goes, but I want to step back to something you said. You said you were in the hospital and pretty quickly knew that you wanted to ride again, but like really, what was that time frame? Was there a day or two where you were like, screw this, my life's over? I was there when the night Matt was in the hospital, like that very night when he came out of surgery, or not surgery, but right after they got him in the hospital and did the first test. So I know what he was saying that night, and it was nothing positive, I can tell you that. So how long was that swing where you're like, this sucks, or my life's over, to nope, I'm going to figure this out?
So it was probably towards the end of my rehabilitation in Craig Hospital. I went there. That's the same place that Matt went. And those are amazing people there that work at Craig Hospital. Can't say enough about them. And actually, we're super stoked to work with them in a bunch of different ways. But yeah, it was towards the end of my rehabilitation, and you're starting to, at least for me, I in my injury, my spinal cord was severed. So it was pretty black and white as far as, how much I'm going to get back, which is nothing. Yep. It's the spinal cord's in two pieces. So for me, once I kind of accepted that, then it was a challenge. Like, okay, what can we do? And getting back on the dirt bike was one of those things. And so and that's where we come in. Is we really focus is we're a quality of life foundation, because the great work that people like Road to Recovery do, that's helping people through their first year of injury, helping them find hospitals, helping them find rehabilitation centers, helping them, get medical equipment and all the other things that come along with it. And then at the end of that, you're like, damn, there's still a lot of life to live.
Yeah.
So
that quality of life, that tag really hit home when you said that, because I'm sitting here thinking about, obviously there's no way for me to really relate to what you and Matt and so many others have gone through, but I'm thinking like, yeah, the things I enjoy out of life, maybe I never get to do again. And why me? How am I ever going to enjoy life in general? And especially guys like us who race, or you talked about skiers that look for that adrenaline rush. You probably feel like I'm never going to have that again. I'm never going to experience that high. And you and Davey are giving those people a chance to feel that again.
Yeah. And honestly, like I said, this is completely organic. Davey and I still have our full-time jobs. Every dollar that we raise goes directly back into the foundation, but man, it's all worth it. And they say giving back is just as good for you as it is for the person receiving it. And it really is. Like, there isn't a moto junction camp that I haven't teared up at, the athletes that come out are some of the most amazing people in the world. They have just incredible stories of what they've been through and all the adversity that they've gone through and everything. And that's really a lot of what the camp is as well, is the riding is huge, obviously, that's what it's all about, but that's probably only about 50% of it. Really, like the camaraderie and the sharing of stories and getting to meet other people in your situation is a huge thing for a lot of athletes, because not everybody has a huge support system out there. And so to be able to provide that along with a chance of a lifetime and an unforgettable experience, it really makes it all worthwhile. And I don't know if you've had a chance to talk to Matt or how much you've had a chance to talk to Matt since the camp, but like you said, he, we've known him for a little bit now, and he hasn't been super excited about dirt bikes for a while now.
Right.
And to see him get out there and interact with the other athletes and just see what it's all about. And then I don't know if he told you, and I'll blow him out a little bit here because he'll take it.
Yeah,
but he woke up the second day, man, and he was like a whole new person. And he got up and he's like, "Oh, I think everybody's getting ready to ride a dirt bike. I think I'll ride a dirt bike today." And you know, some of the people were giving him a little bit of peer pressure once they kind of figured out who he was and stuff. And and we had a jersey there with his name on it, and he is like, damn, I got it right now. So, but awesome. It was cool, you know. At the end of the day, you know, and I'm just going to speak for him. I think it meant the world to him, and he really was stoked on it. So,
yeah.
You know, and so that it like I said, it means as much to Davey and I to be able to provide that to people as it does to them. You know?
Oh, I imagine. Yeah. And if you follow Matt Byton on Instagram, you could see that reaction. And just the fact that he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you need to get Aaron or Davey on the show," that shows that it had an impact. So yeah, great job on that. You had something, Chase?
Yeah. So I've had a few buddies that have gone through what you and Matt have gone through. And so I've seen the highs and lows, you know, firsthand, and it's super cool to see somebody to go through that and then, you know, go back into giving back to other people and not, you know, just kind of hanging up on it. So I just think that's cool, man. But
thank you.
With electric bikes becoming more prevalent, have you thought to switching over to them? Because I mean, everything's on the handlebars. It almost seems like that would be, and you can talk over them. It almost seems like it would be the next logical step for y'all.
Yeah, for sure. So we actually, built our first Stark Varg this past year. It went to the super rad dude, Matt Tixon, who lives out in Utah. And it was a bit of a challenge because, you know, it uses the battery as part of the frame and as a load bearing piece and stuff. So there's definitely a lot of work that went into that. And luckily we have some good engineers on our side. Our buddy, Jeff Pullmiller, he does space stuff, I'll just say. And so having him on our team was a huge help as far as building the Stark and redesigning the cage. But yeah, you're right. That is our future, you know, being able to get that handbrake from the factory and then not having to worry about a clutch or a shifter or any of the other modifications that we have to do the bike, you know, just straight up building the frame and a seat and we're ready to go, you know, so.
Very cool. Scotty?
Yeah. So I know that I saw your website. It's really cool. You have a place for these guys to try to reach out to become a ripper and stuff like that. Have you guys had any amputee riders that you guys have done stuff for?
We have. So really we try and work with pretty much any injury that we can, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously quadriplegics are quite tough because you need the ability to hold yourself up on the, you know, with the handlebars and stuff. But yes, we work with amputees and actually we do a bunch of stuff with our military veterans as well. We our next camp coming up in September at Bar to Bar in Wichita, Kansas. Huge shout out to those guys. We're doing they have the Veteran MX World Championship there, and so they've been we've been fortunate enough to be part of that the last couple of years, and they have an adaptive class for us, and so we get adaptive riders from around the country out there to race in a 3-moto format. And then along with that, the week leading up to that, we partner with the Veteran MX guys and have a veterans only motocross camp where, lots of guys with amputations and different injuries. But yeah, we try and work with anybody we can and do anything we can to get people riding again, you know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's such a cool program. Motodemption.org. You guys can donate, please, if you're listening and you spare a few bucks, man. Help donate.
I'm doing it right now.
Super cool. Yeah, I've got it open. I'm going to do it here in a minute. But it's super cool website and opportunity, and you know, knowing that like Matt, a buddy of ours, got that feeling back a little bit, man. That means a lot to me, and I just can't imagine, man. And it's for you to go through what you went through and make a positive out of it, man. That's really what it's all about. That's pretty cool.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having us on. And
of course.
And I got to give a huge shout out to the people that help us out because,
please do.
Like you said, we are a nonprofit organization. Everything goes 100% back into the foundation. And, like you said, you can sign up on the website, motodemption.org, to be a ripper. And it's unbelievable the amount of interest we have. We have people hitting us up from all over the world wanting to come and ride, or trying to figure out a way for us to get over across the pond somewhere to get them riding, So
yeah.
It's been super, super rad. So like I said, we started with Roy and his great people, Jesse, another part of High Fives Foundation, Blue Groove Graphics here in Colorado. Jenna, she helps us out so much. Couldn't do it without her. Fox has been there with us from day one. We provide all the gear, all the safety equipment, everything for the riders. They just need to show up, and we provide all the instructors. We have 3 instructors that work with each rider, and we provide everything for them. And Fox and Bell are a huge part of that. Little D at FMF, of course, is awesome, and we partner with him and the Kurt Caselli Ride Day in December to have a camp out there, which I believe will be at Glen Helen this year, if I'm not mistaken. So looking forward to being at a new venue there. And of course, Recluse, we wouldn't be able to make adaptive bikes without Mike and the crew at Recluse. And then obviously you mentioned the electric bikes and being able to talk to people. So at our last camp, we had Cardo come out and set up all the athletes with radios. And we got in a group chat with 4 people, all the instructors and the athlete. And man, I can't tell you how awesome those Cardo systems are. It changed our camps forever, and really stoked to be working with them now and everything. And then, of course, Applied Technologies, Tyler, he hooks us up with all our suspension stuff. And then a big local sponsor, Lightning Mobile, and of course, Leadville MX, Kim and Jeff there. They sponsor the track for us for our camps. Jeff is an amazing person, spends all night on the tractor, ripping the track, watering, making sure everything's dialed for us. So we couldn't do it without those guys. And really appreciate their support. Appreciate you guys having us on. And,
of course.
Thank you so much.
Hey, one more thing. One of our buddies in the chat, Garrett Rockley, he said one of his buddies, I think, was one of the first guys y'all helped out, Mike Garrison.
Oh yeah, big Mike. He's an awesome dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he just wanted to shout you out and say appreciate it. And I think Mikey doesn't ride anymore, but he gifted that bike to another guy that was he lost a foot in a work accident. So that's pretty cool, man.
Oh, thank you. And and if you guys get a chance, check it out. There's a great video of Mike Garrison on YouTube, on our YouTube page under Motodemption. And Mike's an amazing person, and stoked to have him as part of the Motodemption family.
Well, thank you for doing what you do, and thank you for coming on the show and kind of spreading this message and telling us the story about it. Because I didn't know the background so much, and I'm glad that Matt reached out to me so that you guys could come on. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, and really appreciate this opportunity. And like you said, if anybody can spare a dollar here, a dollar there, it really goes a long ways to changing people's lives, and it's all for the better. So
yep, 100%. Motodemption.org, guys. Go donate. And Aaron, thank you, man. You have a good night and good luck.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right, see ya. That is Aaron Hale from Motodemption, brought to you tonight by Race Tech. Such a cool story. Man, yeah, it's very scary, right? Like you said, you never really think it would happen to you, but
it's always in the back of your mind.
You never know. I mean, Jerry went down this year, right? I mean, like we were just talking in the chat earlier. Kaya got really lucky.
Jesse Nelson.
He
just fell over in a corner too.
The fact that there is a chance where you go, shit, I can get that feeling again, man, just for a few minutes, and it's not exactly the same, but it's
better than
still. Nothing. Yeah, it's still better than probably sitting in the chair all the time, So
well, because I have a buddy that lost his right arm in a work accident.
Oh yeah,
and we've. Why you?
I know who it is, and he's funny, man.
Yeah, we've looked at ways because he kind of rode dirt bikes, but he rode motorcycles. Like he had a street bike and stuff, and he really enjoyed doing that. And like because it's his right arm, like they have stuff. It's a lot of stuff where if you still have your right arm but don't have your left arm, you can get the handbrake and because the throttle's on the right side. But it's been really hard to find stuff for the left. So It'd be. I just sent him the link to MotoDemption to see if they can look into it.
Surprised they don't make like left-handed throttle.
I mean, they do. Like I'm sure that we could figure something out, but it's just it's.
Kiana Clay, didn't
she runs
a left-hand throttle.
Matter of fact, it's actually a right-handed throttle on the left side. It
Yeah.
just rolls forward.
Yeah.
So she can't like whiskey.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's a right-handed throttle, but it's flipped, so it rolls forward.
What was her story?
She had I don't remember exactly.
I think it was from
she
birth.
had an accident. No, I thought she.
Oh, maybe
I
not.
think it
I may be
happened
wrong.
riding, but she was a girl that used to live in this area. I think she's in Colorado now, but she would ride in a sling. Like I saw.
I think I remember.
Yeah,
seeing
I
that.
saw her
she
at
was a
Buffalo
Swan
Creek
bunch.
or something one day, and she like just I'm passing this young girl at the time. And I didn't realize that she only had one hand, and she goes off this jump, and I'm like, "Oh shit,
dude!" Yeah, for like
but she was good.
Riding in a sling, she rips.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's crazy.
And like she snowboards now, and she's
That's
had
awesome.
a kid. But yeah, so, I mean, she just went years.
I think she just got married too.
Yeah, so I think it happened.
It may have been an accident.
Yeah, I think it happened in a motorcycle accident. But anyway, she does have a left-hand throttle, or her throttle's on the left side. I'd have to reach out. I don't even know if I have her number anymore. But anyway, let's do TBolt USA top 5, and then we will do ETS Turd's take and get Hudson's review of Loretta's. We'll do FXR picks, and we'll be done for the night.
Sounds like a plan, Sam.
So, all right. TBolt USA. If you are a pit bike enthusiast and you love shredding around on a CRF 110, a KLX 110, or whatever you have, you need TBoltUSA.com bookmarked on your web browser. TBolt USA is a pit bike supply site that has everything you need for your pit bike. You can find handlebar kits featuring BBR Pro and Pro Taper bars, D&M shocks, and even full bikes from YCF, Pitster Pro, and Piranha. TBolt USA has it all. They even have stuff for the Chinese bikes that are so difficult to find. So if you bought one of those little Chinese bikes besides your road one night, before like Christmas Eve, you decided you need to grab one of these things and now it doesn't run because you can't find parts, TBolt USA can help you out. You'll find it all at TBoltUSA.com. All right, tonight's TBolt USA top 5 is top 5 urban legends. Who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Chase.
I can go. Number 1 is probably Richard Gere and the Gerbil. I'm not really going to elaborate on that one, but
okay,
that was like one of the.
How do you know that's an urban legend? Do we know?
I mean, we don't know. It could be for real, but that was like the first one that I remember when I was a kid.
That could be all these though.
Yeah,
they all
exactly.
Could be real.
Marilyn Manson and the rib thing. Like
okay.
that was the.
Yep. If you guys don't know these two, look them up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to explain every. Yeah. And then the normal ones. The Kentucky Mothman. I've seen a bunch of cool tattoos. So
okay, I don't know.
I've never heard of that.
It's like a cryptid type thing, kind of like Bigfoot, but it's moth type.
Okay, I thought you said encrypted. I was like, is this a computer thing?
A cryptid.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. All right.
The Chupacabra, because that was Mexico.
I have his number.
He
won't come on the show. He won't answer, but I have his number. He's real.
And then La Llorona, or however you say it. That's the
La Llorona.
Yeah, however you say it.
I don't know that one either.
It's like it was a mom that drowned her kids in the river.
Spanish, it's a huge Spanish.
Yeah,
really?
they're like for real scared of that one. They're like the Chupacabra and that one, like around like Mexican people.
That's a good one.
They're serious about that one.
Okay. You want to go? You want me to go?
I'll go ahead. Yeah, that reminded me of another one that they do. It's one of mine. Is like
no, it wasn't one of yours.
I call them. I forgot what they call them, but it's like it's basically like little. What does she call them? I can't think of the name, but it's they're like little trolls basically, and they say that they'll come and like take things or stuff.
Oh, not like a
gremlins.
gnome.
It's not. It's kind of like a gnome, but they have their own word for it.
I think I
know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So those cryptids from the Appalachian
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
What cryptids?
Yeah.
I've been seeing it's been popping up on my For You page on like some of the spooky shit in Appalachian Mountains.
I listen to that all the time.
Yeah, and like there's just some you'll hear something call your name.
Yeah.
And you'll have shrieks and stuff like that.
Sounds like some good. Like I wonder if there's some podcasts on stuff like that.
Oh, there
That'd
is.
There's the Dyatlov Pass incident was in Russia.
Okay.
And then anything, I think it's Unit 70 in Japan. They did all kinds of crazy human experimentation.
Okay, all right.
Again, I don't know the name of them, but I tried to look it up. I couldn't find it. They're like redheaded giants that they basically like Native Americans used to like fight, and they would have like strands of their hair, and they were like allegedly like 10 feet tall. And then like
the Wendigo?
Yeah, it's kind of like a conspiracy theory that they never existed, but they kind of do. So like Yeah, that's one of them. Obviously, you got to throw Bigfoot on there. Like nobody's ever seen it. Yeah, and then the aliens did the pyramids, and Loch Ness.
Okay, I put Bigfoot, Loch Ness because those are obvious.
Yeah.
Right? So, is that your list?
Yeah.
Good. All right. I went Robert Johnson.
I don't know.
Robert Johnson? Mm. You probably remember the movie.
Oh
Crossroads.
yeah. No, I do know. Yeah.
The Mississippi Blues player that supposedly sold his soul.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So they said Zeppelin did too.
Yeah, I think Robert Johnson's the one that all started from. I mean, Bloody Mary.
Oh, Bloody Mary.
I didn't even know about that one.
Oh, I remember
Say Bloody Mary 3 times.
I remember freaking people out with that. When we were little.
In The Wizard of Oz, the wizard or the Munchkin hanging himself in the background.
Oh yeah.
There's a scene where there's like something in the background. It looks like
someone hung themselves.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I know about where it is. It's kind of like when I think they meet the Scarecrow
somewhere around there. Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
But
you can Google it; it'll pop up pretty quick
for sure. Elvis faking his own death.
I had never heard that one.
Well, just Elvis is still alive. You've heard Elvis lives. Yeah. Urban legend. This is one I used to hear a lot. That Captain Kangaroo. If you don't. It was a children like a.
Yeah, my dad watched it.
What was the like a Mr. Rogers kind of thing?
Yeah.
I'd heard when I was in my teens that was Ozzy Osbourne's dad.
I don't think that was.
I'd also heard that Marilyn Manson was the kid from the Wonder Years, not Fred Savage, but his buddy Paul.
Yeah.
So I heard that was Marilyn Manson.
It's funny.
And I put this one down. Please don't get mad at me, anybody watching this. I did this. This was just for TJ, Jesus.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, I mean,
I will.
I just if TJ was here, it'd been a lot funnier. But yeah, that's my list. That's my TBolt USA top 5 urban legends. MotoXpodShow.com is our email, or MotoXpod.com, and click on the contact link. We'd like to hear your top 5 urban legends. We'd also like for you to give us your top 5 lists. If you send us a couple good ones, we will probably use them, because at some point we're just going to run out of things that we can top 5. It's going to be like,
because they're going to get really boring.
I thought about like top five lists.
So, you really are stretching, aren't you?
Yeah. So anyway, just go to MotoXpod.com and use that contact link. That's the easiest way. It actually just goes to that email anyway. Let's see if we can get Turd on real quick here, and then I'll do the ETS read. Bear with me. I know it's great radio, blah, blah, blah. We don't care.
I think I heard Kiefer talking about it. It was Turd and Shorty, Chris and Aiden, and then John Tomac and Eli Tomac are the only 3 like father-son to win a moto on the same day.
Okay.
This was
We're going to get him on in just a second.
John Tomac raced Loretta's?
Yes. He's on the phone. He's on the phone on hold, but let's do the read. ETS Racing Fuels was forged from the heat of competition nearly 30 years ago, long before Hudson was even born, developing purpose-engineered fuel for high-profile teams and highly competitive series. We have been the power behind many podium wins ever since. Teams using ETS Racing Fuels have won more than 50 national world champion titles, and we continue to forge new alliances and partnerships across motorsports. ETS Racing Fuels, to find your local distributor tonight. ETS Racing Fuels, Turd's Take. We're going to get a recap from Hudson on his Lorettas. What's up, Hudson?
What's up, Dark Side? How are you?
We're crushing it, man. We had Chad Reed on the show earlier. First time ever.
Dang, that's awesome.
No pressure.
Yeah, the only thing that would have been better, maybe, than Chad Reed would have been to have Andrew Short instead of you. But, we got you.
Yeah,
He's
one step down.
Yeah, so Hudson, I feel like you had a pretty damn good Loretta's. I'm sure you're bummed, but take us through your week, man. 134 and 125C. You kind of blew it, you said in your Instagram there about the end, but I think a good week overall.
Yeah, it was a good week overall, and I went there last year to just watch because I got hurt at my regional last year while my dad raced, and it helped a lot just to watch. But to be riding is so much different there. It always looks easy, even when I watch my motos back on TV.
Yeah,
it doesn't look that rough. When I have a 9 a.m. moto, I watch it back on TV, it looks like there's barely any inside ruts. All the outsides are smooth. But when you're out there, it's like a war zone.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And I've kind of learned it's not like other nationals even. Like the spring nationals, there's a ton of highly competitive and national level people, but there's nothing like Loretta's. It's people from out of country, in the country, and everyone makes it to Loretta's unless they're hurt. But it's a lot different than the other nationals I've raced, so I had to kind of adapt to that. So that was a lot harder for me. But just that track, no one rides fully comfortable there, I think, and it's just whoever adapts the best. I think whoever can adapt to the track conditions, whether it's muddy, dry. I had a super slick moto. I've had super dry moto, and super everything is so different there. You don't get 3 of the same motos.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons it's such a everybody's enamored by it, right? And it's such a big deal. Is it isn't just go for one weekend and get your motors in. Yeah, it lasts a week, and you get different conditions every time. Yeah, and even my dad, who's done nationals like forever, I feel like his whole life, it's hard for him too because it's way different. Nationals get rough in way different places, he says, because at Ironman next weekend, there's not going to be P-dubs on the track and then straight to open pro sport. It's going to be straight pros, like 250 and 450. So it's a lot different in how it gets rough and how the track shapes up. And I'm used to that, so it's not as bad for me. I'm used to it. But the ruts are so hard there. They're like straight up and down. And so you can't lean your bike over. So it's really hard to master. And I don't really think I've mastered it yet. And that kind of hindered me a little, I think. I can ride ruts fast. I feel like here when they're not as deep, but nothing replicates that track. Even like GYAO Moto that we went to forever, GAME. Sounds like gay moto.
Everybody on the podium,
gay
it was killing
moto.
Yeah, you got to enunciate that M. I know.
That place is I think the best place, the best replica track. Greg Albertson does a good job there, but nothing. My dad was saying, this is rougher than Loretta's. This is rougher than Loretta's. Then once we got to Loretta's, we're like, oh crap, this is a lot different than what I remember. So it's so hard to ride, and it's so much pressure there. Not even from yourself, or not even from like me or my dad. Just the atmosphere there creates so much pressure.
Yeah, I was hearing when we were that weekend at Underground, that, this is rougher than Loretta's. And last year, I'll agree with what you said this year. Last year when I went to watch, and I saw your dad race, and I saw Kiefer race, and I was like, I don't know why you guys, the track doesn't look that bad, man. You guys are complaining about nothing. So yes, from watching it, it looks fine. But everybody that races it said it's not.
Yeah, there's only 12 different breaking points throughout the day.
So, what'd you have, Scotty?
It's a different animal.
Oh, I was going to ask him what his worst chip pull was.
I got lucky. Hold on, let me look to give you an accurate. I got chip 26 and 23, and my second chip from my Schoolboy One moto. That was a really good story because I went up so late. I went up like 45 minutes before my moto, but I was the last one there. So I thought everyone else hadn't picked their chips yet. And we rolled in, and I was like, what gate pick am I? And she's like, oh, here you go. I'm so sorry. It's such a bad chip. I'm like, 23? What? That's a bad chip?
It's a whole lot better than 40th.
Yeah. So I got so lucky. I only really picked one chip, and I was 26. So I'm pretty happy about my chip pools. I'm right in the middle.
Well, are you already ready to go back next year?
Yeah, I can't believe the week went by so fast. I feel like we got there, we did practice day, then I was leaving. It made no sense.
You're having fun, man.
Yeah.
What's next on the schedule? Minios, I'm assuming?
Ponca. Ponca is the next one. That's the next big one, but I think there's this new series in Texas that has like several different regions inside Texas.
Okay.
I'm going to try to do some of those in between until Ponca. They have some good races on there, like Billadilla and those kind of places. I'm really looking forward to that also.
I'll see you at Billadilla.
Billadilla's the best track ever.
I swear.
It's really awesome. I love that place. I'm not going to argue with you. I don't know about ever, because I really like Millville.
I'll put it over Millville.
But Billadilla.
No, come on. Not Millville, bro. Millville's awesome.
I haven't
That's
ridden
what I'm
Millville.
saying. I like Millville better than Billadilla. Yeah.
I don't know. They're all super good.
Yeah, I got to ride this weekend for the first time in a few weeks, and it was awesome. And it was just at the
What bike are you riding?
I don't want to say out loud.
Oh man, factory Honda.
No. This weekend I rode the 350, the KTM 350. But this is a Yamaha supported show. I didn't ride the Yamaha this weekend.
Hey, I want to say, this is a Turd's take right here. This is the whole point of the segment, not for me to just talk. But I think MX Sports should be more clear if they are cutting motos due to heat. Because I had one moto where it got cut, I think 1 or 2 laps, and I didn't know about it at all. But I feel like it's really like hit or miss whether they cut the motos. I don't know if I'm just the only one that doesn't know this about when they cut the motos,
right.
But it's weird to me. Like sometimes I have what feels like a moto that's forever, and sometimes I feel like it was super short. It made no sense to me.
Yeah, you're right. They do need to inform you guys. But what's rule number 1 of racing?
Race to the checkered flag.
There you go, my friend. But yes, you are right. They do. I think they do have a temperature. Once it hits a certain temperature, that's when they cut the races. But I don't remember what that number is.
I feel like if they're going to
definitely make sure everybody knows before the gate drops.
I feel like if they're going to cut, probably do more than 1 lap because what's 2 minutes?
Yeah,
change, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Well, I've got one for him.
I'm proud of. Oh, you got one?
Yeah. Hey, so Hudson, after we had you on the show before you went to the Redas, and you were saying that your expectations were to win the 125C and do the best you can in the schoolboy. After you won that first 125C moto, then like that expectation kind of became a reality. Do you think that changed how you kind of rode the rest of the week, or do you think that had anything to do with not getting another moto win on that?
I don't think so. Honestly, I think the second moto, I don't think really went my way. I was in second battling with the first place kid, and I was kind of just riding with tunnel vision. I feel like I wasn't exploring the lines. I was following too much, I think. And then when I would try to pass him, I would take a really bad line. So then I'd have to work my way back up to him. So I think that second moto was really just me with tunnel vision and not the expectation, because I try to keep, my dad always says, you got to flip the cards over. So every time, before I got on the podium, he's like, after this, you have to flip the card over. Remember. So I try to always put that in my head when something happens. So I try to enjoy it for a little while. Then I try to flip the cards back over again. So I start with a clean slate again. Cause I think it's kind of dangerous to ride with that, with almost kind of like a high, like how good you were doing. Some people thrive off that, but I think it's kind of dangerous because I don't know. I feel like you have to ride like that, and then bad stuff happens when you have that high of an expectation.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I think that's really smart. Your dad knows what he's talking about.
Also, Hudson, how long was the trip back to Texas and crammed in the back of the van? I saw your mom's post.
Dude.
Did you see that?
Oh man, that was a long one. That was a lot of movies too. That was Happy Gilmore 2. That was this Wild West movie.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it was a good trip though. I'm happy.
I'm proud of you, man. I think it was a good first attempt, and you were really close. And now you know what you got to do for next year. So I'm happy for you, man.
And Darkside, I got a question for you now.
Okay.
I'm the podcast guy now.
All right.
I'm the captain now.
Are you going to make a run at the Redas just like Kiefer and Steve and everyone next year? Are you going to try to make a run at the Redas?
Yeah, he is.
So I had decided, no, I'm done. I don't really care that much about it. I was really glad I wasn't there this year. But then, I listened to Chris's podcast. He's like, it's the last time. And, if Steve goes or tries to go, I will go. If Steve's out, I'm out.
I think Steve's all in.
Okay. Well, if he's all in, I guess I'm all in too. I'll be doing it on a Yamaha 250 though.
Oh, yeah. 250 will be good there.
Yeah, it's fine. So that's my thing that, if Steve attempts it again, I'll attempt it. But if he's out, I'm out. Because I don't really care that much, if I'm being honest.
We got to get Darkside over his fear of going into the first corner starts.
Hey, his starts off the gate are good.
Yeah,
he just needs to hold it on.
Yeah, and we know. I've seen him.
Yeah,
he needs some short family farm training. I'll get him out here on the starting gate, and we'll start making stuff happen Tony Alessi style.
Yeah, the problem is you would need about 20 other riders to come practice starts with me, because if there's nobody else around, then I'm fine.
No, I'll just stand at the corners to throw stuff.
It's not that though. It's like, what are these other guys that are around me going to do? I'll just let them go. basically. In
Oh
my
no,
head.
I get it. I do the same thing.
So there's no way to practice.
No,
that.
I do the same thing too. But
Yeah.
if you're trying to go to serious meet Loretta's, you can't do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Again, not arguing with you.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that's my answer, Hudson. You'll just have to. We'll stay posted.
You know what my dad says before the gate drops when there's like a tight first corner like freestone?
Tell me.
And I'm on the inside. He says, "Get big, Hudson."
All right, Hudson.
You either in a corner like freestone, you either like get big or you're the one that's getting bigged on.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm afraid of. So we'll work on it. I'll come train with you. If I'm going to go race qualifiers next year, I will come down and we will work on it. All right.
He's going full road to Loretta's episodes coming soon.
We'll see. All right. That was the ETS Turd's take. Thank you, Turd, for always jumping on here with us when we need you.
Thanks for inviting me. I like my part-time job. I hope I don't get fired.
You're on the cutting block, but we'll reconvene in a week or so.
Yeah, keep checking the mail for that paycheck, Turd.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Have a good night. Tell your family I said hi.
Yeah, thanks, Darkside.
All right, see you, buddy. That's Hudson Short, ETS, Turd's take.
Shorty's raising a good kid, man.
Yep.
I like that kid.
Okay, let's wrap this thing up.
So you didn't see that? So like, I guess like Jackie flew out to the races, but was going to ride back with them, and so
yeah. No,
Hudson was basically like sitting on suitcases like on the way back.
FXR is designed by racers for racers with industry-leading fit, finish, performance. Progression is the name of the game with every new piece created. At FXR, we push our brand to the next level to provide you with the best products possible. Used by Malcolm Stewart, Muck Off FXR, Club MX Yamaha, Mike Brown, Brock Tickle, Chris Kiefer, Benny Bloss, and many more. FXR has core motor roots, so visit fxrracing.com or go to your local dealership to see the complete 2025, the 25.5 lines out. Myself, TJ, and Chase were all wearing our new FXR gear at the ride day this weekend. Who wasn't there, Chase?
Scotty.
First of all, you told me about it Saturday night at like 10 p.m.
Yeah, I don't think it was that late. But I don't think it was that late. But you did say you had already covered for another manager.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
He just doesn't care about the show, man.
He doesn't care about my
All
job.
right, FXR picks for Iron Man. You ready? I'm going to go first.
Let's go.
Okay.
Chase Sexton, Jet Lawrence, Hunter Lawrence.
Okay.
That's my podium. Pretty basic.
Yeah, you can almost stamp that.
Well, the Chase winning is...
Yeah.
We had a comment earlier that someone was saying like that the 450 class has been boring, but it's like it's so weird that like the results have been kind of boring, but like I feel like the racing's been good.
The racing's been good. It's been kind of predictable.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
the results look boring. Yeah, Jet 1-1.
Yeah,
you know,
on paper it's boring, but if you actually watch it,
it's pretty good. Yeah.
What are your picks, Scotty?
I want to go Jet.
Okay, Jet.
Hunter.
HL.
Chase. No. Chase.
All right. Chase,
Jet, J Coupe.
Oh,
I like the J Coupe one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like Iron Man's
pretty good.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
a
like
good track for
good
him.
Okay, so I think that's our show for the night. I want to thank Race Tech and Yamaha Motor USA for being the presenting sponsors. Please visit those. You can go to our website, click on the banners, and go to Race Tech, Yamaha Motor USA. Check them out. We'll thank Guts Racing, X-Brand, FXR, ETS, Racing Fuels, TBolt USA. Grill your ass off. Don't forget to use that promo code Darkside MX3. Actually, a few of you have been using it, so we appreciate that. I want to thank the legend Chad Reed, Dave Muye, and Hudson, and Aaron Hill, and you two doofuses, and our YouTube viewers, MotoXpod.com. Go check out the stories. Other than that, I think we're out of here. The plan is to be back next week. We'll talk to you then.